Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is, well, shit, we got to do this in different order. The one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hawk Tuah, welcome back.
Yeah, don't spit on anything, Dion. We might get canceled on YouTube. Up next, you know him, you love him. Say hello to the Bombay bad boy, Big Red Nick Utam.
Yes, finally, glad to be here in this wonderful week after Thanksgiving. Hopefully, everybody has finally gotten rid of their, leftovers if there's still any left. I just got a text message that my premium for my United Healthcare account has gone down, so that's good.
All right, so folks, now we're going to be talking about insurance rates and yield. That's WCBs. And finally, folks, say hello to American Ramrod coach Kendo Slice.
Glad to be here on this wonderful Thursday night. I can mark myself safe from losing a bunch of money on a fucking meme coin.
You know, when I heard this news, I realized we don't just live in the worst timeline. We live in the dumb timeline, where a girl famous for sucking a dick or not sucking a dick is making money on what? Nothing. So, folks, we'll talk about that in a lot more in just a moment. But before we do, hit that thumbs up button to let YouTube know that you enjoy this content. And we have a bit of housekeeping. So, folks, we have some good news and we have some bad news. The good news is we're here tonight. The good news is we're here next week. The bad news is that's it for the year. Yes, folks, we are that close to Christmas and the end of the year. Yep. So 2024 is pretty much in the bag for WCBS. And next week, we're going to have an awesome episode where I'll suffer through Craven to bring you that review. But next week, we're going to talk about our favorite movies, songs, games, and everything from 2024. So make sure you join us live to tell us about what you enjoyed in 2024. And it doesn't have to be just entertainment. You could talk about this or that, or Ray Gun. Whatever you want to tell us was the highlight of your year. Tell us next week on our end-of-year spectacular episode 426. But folks, tonight is 425. We're going to be talking about all sorts of stuff that are in the description and more. But let's do some housekeeping real quick. So first off, folks, this is our Thanksgiving catch-up. And you know, the WCBS guys were like family. Boys, how was Thanksgiving? Dion, you got the biggest family here. Was it successful?
It was a little bit of traveling, but luckily not too far away, about an hour away. Made that with no problem, hanging out with the Caucasian side of my family. So it was a good time. The father-in-law is doing well. Stepmother-in-law is doing well. Kids were very well behaved. The Lions won. Ate a lot of food that I didn't have to cook. You know what I'm saying? And then had a good weekend. It was hard to take my black behind back into work. It was good. Yeah. Besides, it was a lot of work. I had to do a little bit of work, but it wasn't too bad.
That's a first world problem, Dion. I'm glad you had a good time, though. I'm glad you woke up from your turkey nap. Nick, you're chuckling in the background. What was your Thanksgiving like? Was it a win?
It was all right. I because my family works, in downtown Gatlinburg, and things are busy there, and they have lives and things like that. I went down early Wednesday to go do it because we were supposed to do it Wednesday, and then I get halfway, to the mountain to try to get to Gatlinburg, and I get a call oh yeah, we're not doing it tonight. We're doing it Sunday because your cousin licked doorknobs and got sick. Awesome, great.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we had to do it Sunday, so that was weird. But I did have a Friendsgiving Saturday, so that was fine. So Saturday, Sunday, back to back, just Thanksgiving food. So it was good. It's good.
I've had a couple of those, and I actually have another Friendsgiving this Sunday. Yes, it's like Friendsgiving / early Christmas, according to the Facebook invite. So
yeah,
that'll be my 4th or 5th turkey. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, same here. I prefer Friendsgiving to the family one because the family one's always tense. Always tense, especially this year because we're being election year. So it's always tense. Always tense.
My family only gets together for Christmas, and that's okay because my cousin's cool. So
that's good. That's good. Yeah, mine could always go from one to the other. It could be normal and boring, or there could be a fight that breaks out. So who knows?
Well, if you ever have a year where you're just I can't deal with these people, come up to my neck of the woods. Come stay with us. We'll go to my cousin's Christmas. It's open bar, and my cousin has a really nice house. So
I might take you up on that next year and just be well, fuck it. I'm not doing anybody's. I'm gonna go to Ohio.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll tell everybody you're my friend from the show. Look, he's in the books. You know, they'll be like, oh, that guy, because they've all read Stealing Solo. So
Yeah.
Now, Kendo, you are in a new location this year for Thanksgiving. How did it go in lusty Las Vegas?
Sure. It was all right. Her friends from Old Mexico, which is also New Mexico, but it's the old New Mexico where we used to live. A bunch of them came in to visit the weekend before Thanksgiving because they were all off that Thanksgiving week. We had to work Monday and Tuesday, so you guys knew they were in town because you got the usual message about it being like Saigon, Slick. And
I was in junior high, dickhead.
Yeah, so that was all right. They were here for a few days. Pretty much just became me and the boy for a couple of days while they were out running around, doing Las Vegas shit. And me and the kid just kind of hung out and then worked a couple of days. And then starting Wednesday, we didn't have any. Wait, I take that back. We did have somebody stop by again on their way from California to old New Mexico because apparently we are a pit stop on that route. And
I got the map that shows it. It's like St. Louis, Las Vegas, with your house, Old Mexico, Washington, Detroit. So it's a Rand McNally map.
What map do you have? GTA 6?
Yeah, I got a leaked copy, guys. Like I hacked Rockstar. I played it. It's shit.
Did they release a JPEG of the map or something? Did somebody get a picture or something from it?
No, but today's the 1 year anniversary of the trailer release, and there's like nothing to talk about.
Oh, that seems about right for Rockstar. In all honesty.
So, folks, hopefully you had a nice Thanksgiving. It's time to start tonight's show. All I'll say is this: I went Black Friday shopping and I bought way too many comic books and toys. So, my local store had 50% off everything, and Dion, they had all the old Titantron live figures from when we were a kid, and they were brand new in box, and on sale they were $7. And some of them, you remember the ones that came with the little boom boxes that you would press and they'd play the theme songs? Mine work. I got Triple H and The Rock, and you press the buttons, and it was like brand new. So I thought $7, I had to get it. So, folks, let us know in the chat what you did Black Friday. If you had a good time, if you drank, if you ate, if you were merry on Thanksgiving. Hopefully, your Christmas is a lot merrier. But, folks, we have some super chats to get to before we start tonight's show. We'll get to the word of the day in a moment, but our friend Georgian dropped a very generous super chat before we went live and says, I'll listen to this live stream later while in a hospital. Ooh, foot problems.
Yikes.
Charcot Boot. It was called, if I recall correctly. Just want to mention Jeff's favorite series, happy 40th anniversary today to Beverly Hills Cop. Dion, Axel Foley, one man from Detroit, on his way to Los Angeles, beat the Ghostbusters at the box office on this day in 1984. I got to watch the movie after the show. It's tradition. So, Dion, stay up late. You don't get to sleep tonight. You got to watch Axel Foley. Is that cool? You don't have a say in the matter. Also, thank you, Georgian. I will tell you this. I kind of forgot that today was the anniversary. I've had a lot of stuff to do, but the Axel Foley shelf is still kicking ass. We got our custom action figures, our mugs, you name it, we got it with Axel Foley on it, except a real action figure. Thanks, universe. Mm-hmm. But good luck with your foot. I had spent a lot of time at the doctor's office today, not for myself, but everything's cool, and I'm ready for WCBs. Now, our friend Shrebbles08 with the word of the day for $5.69. Great number. The word of the day is boot. Star Wars, Episode 10. Kathleen Kennedy gets the boot. Oh, I wish so. The boot. Beer Fest 2, Electric Boot, Das Boot 2, Blue Sky Edition, and Fistful of Boot. Well, I don't want to copy this from the other day, but How Stella Got Her Boots Back is still a pretty good title that we came up with on the High Council.
Hot tub boot machine.
Hot tub boot machine. Sounds like a German hot tub.
Oh, yeah, get in the hot tub. You got the boot and the poop. It's great. Fucking Krauts.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Teenage Mutant Ninja Boots.
Fistful of boots.
The Divines, or no, hang on. I'm getting them crossed now. The traveling boots one. The
Sisterhood of the Traveling Boots.
Yeah, that's the one. Sisterhood of the Knocking Boots.
Maybe America Ferrera. That if she did, she would have not been so bitchy on Superstore, and the show wouldn't have got canceled. But that's a topic for another day. Stopper, My Mom Will Boot.
Starship Booters.
Starship Booters.
Big Boot in Little China.
Sounds like a porno.
It spelled like a porno too. So,
Oh yeah, because
yeah,
one boot in China.
makes the hard man humble.
Oh God, it's just a foot fetish series. Is all it is. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
directed by Quentin Tarantino.
She just steps in a cake constantly. And then she's like, "Oh no, mashed potatoes." She walks through a Thanksgiving day, like she goes to a Thanksgiving dinner, and she just like Godzilla's her way through all the food. It's like mashed potatoes, pie, and like some dude is turgid like a rock watching this shit. So,
Dude, there are some dudes who would pay good money for that. I don't know.
are you one of them, Nick?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't do that. I go to where it's free.
Yeah, why would you pay? It's
Free.
2024.
I go to where it's free range.
Like organic?
Sure.
Talking about
Like
boots,
no
organic
implants?
boots.
Sure. We'll say that.
Folks, remember, we don't kink shame unless that's your kink, then shame on you. But
love
you
that
can
video.
tell us all your boot titles all night long. We'll be here.
How do you get
reading
organic
them.
boots? Like,
Cowskin. Like leather, right?
Ask the Native Americans. I don't know.
I guess that would technically be organic, as if
Grass-fed cows, then you use their skin to make boots. That's organic. No.
next time I'm in the market
Counts.
for
Take it
boots, I will call the boot manufacturers grass-fed cows for your boots. Grass-fed cows for your boots.
The important things, folks. Make sure that your boots are organic so you can kick everybody's ass with Mother Nature.
Oh my
So,
God.
thank you to Sejorjan, as thank you to Shrebbles08 for the word of the day. And now, folks, let's see. Well, we've checked in with you guys. Let's start tonight's show. But we ask before you do, or we do, hit that thumbs up button to let YouTube know that you enjoy this content. And this episode is not brought to you by Jack Daniels, but I'm enjoying a nice drink to stay toasty. Ooh, here we go from our friend Master Moralbus. Thank you, Master Moralbus. The Big Labutsky. All right, I like that one.
It's got Krauts in that movie too. They're nihilists.
They're nihilists, honey. The boots aren't the fucking issue, man. V.I. boot. I could go on about that movie for hours. I won't. That's all I'll
I
say.
love that movie.
It's the best. It's the best film of 1998. If you say Armageddon, I say you're wrong. You want to debate? They both got Peter Stormare. We win.
No. It's definitely Big Lebowski. Armageddon was
It's definitely Blade.
It's Blade. From Blade was 98.
Blade's the best
I'm
movie.
I'm not going to shit on Blade because Blade's an excellent movie.
God. Yeah, they
Just throwing
tried
a monkey wrench.
They tried
motherfuckers,
getting another Blade, but there's only one Blade. So
Yeah. There can be only one, and his name is Wesley Snipes. So, yes, folks, keep sending in your boot titles. The Big Labutsky is probably the one I'm going to think about the most, because instead of those little jellies, he wears Doc Martens. So the dude abides. All right, Jim Sterling and a Mankini sends one in too. Eternal Sunshine of the Bootless Mind.
that sounds like a post World War II film.
Bootless Mind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Growing up and living with your German wife who's returning to rebuild the fatherland with her black husband she met as a result of the war. Or Polish.
Wait, hold on. Is Dion trying to be the Black Fuhrer?
There you go.
Is that what he's trying to be?
The Boots of Poland!
Whoa, hey. Oh, I don't know if that'll work out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, is Dion trying to start the Fourth Reich and like be the Black Fuhrer?
Yeah, that's not a comic book we're making, folks. But I don't know, man. The Terminegro needs more villains. He can't fight only white people, Dion.
There you go. Alternate universe. It's Adolf Johnson. That's the enemy.
Johnson. Oh my God.
Folks, you're probably going to get an Adolf Johnson comic in the future. My Black Fuhrer.
my Black
versus my black ass.
Listen. I want to make my Black Fuhrer. I want to make my Black Fuhrer a sitcom so bad.
You want that?
That has so much potential.
Yeah, because like I want Dion in like the shitty German accent and the outfit coming home from work with like a suit with a briefcase to his German white wife.
How was work, honey? It was murder. And that's all. That's the fucking line. It's so
yeah,
funny.
and then like there are new neighbors across the way, and they have to like
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. I want a whole like thing, and I want it to just be ridiculous, like crazy, like almost like what the show was it? It was like there was a George Bush show on Comedy Central
That's
that
my
was like,
Bush.
That's
that's
my
my Bush.
Bush.
I want it almost in that fashion, like that kind of thing.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah.
That was funny. It died around 9/11, which makes sense.
Yeah.
It was very short lived. There, one of the channels that I like, I think you guys watch some of their stuff too. Hats Off Entertainment actually did a thing about That's My Bush a couple weeks ago. I was gonna send it to you, but I completely forgot. But it's like a whole thing about it, like that talks about like the behind the scenes stuff where Parker and Stone were like, we were gonna make this show to make fun of sitcoms, and it was either going to be Bush or Gore. We didn't know which one. Whoever was going to win the election was going to be who it was, and then Bush won. But they had been planning for, that it's not That's My Gore, but whatever they were going to call the show, because they assumed he was going to win the election. But then Bush won, so then they had to like scrap everything and rewrite it as That's My Bush, and then it was just essentially a way to make fun of sitcoms, like having the neighbor that lives somehow next to the White House that just randomly pops in for no reason, and it's like nobody cares. It's like Secret Service doesn't bother with it or anything like that. He just walks in and it's like, "Hey, George."
Yeah, that's what I would want to do with Black Fuhrer, because I feel like that would be funny. Like it would be just really hilarious. Like just those things and like horrible references and just like a laugh track. That's all I want.
We should have it end in a bunker. But then
we should
end like
no. Maybe we just do one season and just make it end in a bunker.
No, I was gonna say like this. We'll do the one season, we'll have it end in a bunker, and then we'll have a narrator come on like the old Batman show. Will Black Fuhrer, oh, that's his name too. It's Black Fuhrer. He has no, I think Adolf Johnson should be saved for the second season. He's just always called as Black Fuhrer. But it'll just be like, will he survive? Find out next time. And then we'll just leave it like that.
That would be great. That would be funny.
Sign me up for that one. Adolf Johnson, we coming for you.
Adolf Johnson.
Well, that's why we're world class. We come up with this shit on the fly.
Oh my god, that'd be funny as hell.
Folks, if you'd like to be a part of that show, join our Patreon. For $1 a month, you get access to all sorts of extra content, including some Christmas content we're bringing you very, very soon. And then we'll produce Black Fuhrer there.
That's what we need. We need to make the episodes and then post them to Patreon like every week.
I'll have some time in a couple weeks over Christmas break because I'm not doing anything. I can write several episodes of Black Fuhrer. Believe me, I know how to make fun of crowds.
Oh my god,
it's easy to do.
So this might actually happen.
Yeah, like I can come up with it. Like, Black Fuhrer lives with his white German wife. They got crazy neighbors. It just so happens to be Rudolph Hess and his wife. I don't know. And except for his name will be like Randolph instead. And it's just like zany shit about him like working a 9 to 5 and he's miserable. And then I don't know how we're going to get into a bunker with that type of show, but I'll find out a way to get us into a bunker.
Well, it doesn't have to literally end in a bunker. I was just thinking if we wanted to pull like a cliffhanger, will he kill himself? Will he not? Is Averbaum there?
It ends. It ends in a bar where I don't want to spoil it, but the bar is called
Archie Bunker's Place.
Yeah,
there you go. The bar's called the Bunker. There you go. I like that. That works.
There we go. I figured out how to get us into a bunker. There we go. Perfect.
Our friend Troubles08 says, up on the housetop, click, 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 and down through the chimney with St. Buffalo Jeff. Merry Christmas, Dion. I have a present for you.
This is one of the few times that I'm glad that I'm dealing with work shit, not paying attention to most of this shit.
I don't know who said that, man. I think Adolf Johnson came from the future to troll you.
Yeah.
Our friend TLJ Screwjob, thank you.
Sound like that, ain't nobody gonna pay attention to it.
Hey, when I come to visit for New Year's, we will work out Adolf Johnson's backstory, okay?
Yeah, give me Heil.
Yeah. Now with that voice, we ain't.
No. We'll be out on your balcony drinking, and we'll send Dion and Nick messages all right, this is what we're doing. We're brainstorming for the show.
Oh my god.
TLJ Screwjob, thank you. All this oversensitivity stuff is stupid. We all know this, but a bunch of people buy Japanese cars despite Pearl Harbor. No outrage about that, Lefty.
Well, that's because we also kicked the dick out of the Japanese, so everything's cool now. Plus, all the best shit's made in Japan.
And well, the Vapors aren't; they're British, but there's that great song about turning Japanese. So,
which is actually was a euphemism for,
just like Shebop.
Yep.
I told one of the guys here locally that that song is about that, and he's like, I didn't know. So, never mind. Yes, he did. All right, folks, let's start talking about something. Now, Kendo, you had brought this story up, but I'll pull a picture of this lady up. Our old friend, the Hawk Tuah Girl, Haley Welch. Now, we all remember the meme. Some of us even laughed about it. But did you know that the Hawk Tuah Girl launched a crypto coin this week, and it crashed within a record time of 3 hours?
Jesus.
Yeah.
So, Kendo, since you brought the story to us, please tell the audience about it a little more.
Okay, so we're all familiar with cryptocurrencies, all that stuff, and pretty much how anything can become a coin, and the whole meme coins, like Doge, the most famous of the meme coins. Well, Hawk Tuah got herself her own meme coin, which was known as Hawk, Hawk, the thing that Borat followed, the hawk. Now, this thing came out last night. It was launched on December 4th at 10 p.m. UTC, which I think was like 5 o'clock in the East, if I'm doing my math correctly. And within a few hours, like Jeff had said, it had crashed. So the Hawk Tuah coin came in, and it debuted at 0.005 cents, which is a half of a penny. And it went to a whole 4 cents within the first few minutes of trading. When they went live with it, people bought it for reasons I'm not sure of. But within a couple of hours, it had crashed and lost 91% of its value, down to where it's less than half a penny. It's like now worth 1,000th of a penny or something like that. Essentially, it fell victim to a pump and dump scheme, which I think is how our girl got famous to begin with. So, yeah, and just 3 hours
here.
in just 3 hours, the Hawk Tuah coin went up here and then crashed immediately, taking lots of money with it. One person lost $1.3 million in Hawk Tuah coin because, well, when you find out that they actually owned $1.4 million worth of Moodang coin, which that is that pygmy hippo thing that took the internet by storm. They made a coin about that. So the Moodang coin, he had a bunch of money in that, and that thing, he switched it over to the Hawk Tuah coin and promptly lost a little over $1 million. So good on him.
And what do we call that in certain terms, Kendo?
Stupid.
What's the, well, not legal term, but what's the official accepted term of those who are familiar with these type of things?
Fuck around and find out. Am I missing
something? A rug pull.
Oh yeah, they got the rug pull. I was wondering where he was going with that. I'm like, let's see, that's stupid. Is he trying to make me say retarded? But no, people got the rug pulled right out from underneath them. Liam
McNeil, you are also, that's a great one too. In old terms, that's a scam, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. So she's saying that her and her team did nothing wrong, that they did invest, but they never sold anything. There was no, people are saying that there was like some kind of like, sniping. I don't know how you do that with coins, and some international like crypto wallet scammy thingy going on. Apparently the conspiracy theorists have come flying out of the woodwork over all of this, and to the point where people have even filed complaints with the SEC, the trading company, not the Southeastern Conference, and lawyers have gotten involved, in some law firms are even putting out the whole like, have you been hurt or damaged or lost money by the Hawk Tuah coin? You could be,
eligible
for some compensation. So yeah, we have eclipsed the stratosphere. So, Bitcoin is up to $99,000 a piece now. And if you would have bought one for like $10 10 years ago, you'd be a rich person. And Doge is even up to 44 cents. Even Shiba Inu. I'm a Shiba Inu millionaire because I bought a million Shiba Inus worth of it like 2 years ago when it was worth like $5. And now that investment's worth like $8. So I got that going for me.
Which is
but
nice.
Yeah. So that's the Hawk Tuah update over here. Is that in the last 24 hours, Hawk Tuah went from being a joke to possibly an illegal joke.
I'm not surprised because the fact that this chick got a podcast for a meme, she does anyone listen to her show? Dion, you listen to more recent stuff. How is her show? Is it worth the download or so?
I mean, it's literally worth. I mean, it's something that you listen to once or twice. It's literally just some college age girl talking about random shit. It's obviously now it's different because she's super famous. So newer episodes, it's essentially a industry plan. If Katy Perry had a podcast that occasionally she talked about some bullshit when she's trying to be. If Katy Perry were trying to be Joe Rogan, that's Hawk Tuah podcast. They might. Mark Cuban was just on an episode.
Fuck.
Who else was on there? I think Logan Paul was on one. Jake Paul was on one.
She had. You answered my question. Don't listen to it.
On there. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, if that's what I don't want to say, don't listen to it. Everybody out there, you grown. If you listen to random bullshit and you want to listen to, an hour of some random chick talking, if that's what you're into, you'll like it. I listened to it once or twice. She's not that. I wouldn't be interested in talking to her. I'll say that. But if you're into that goofy shit, if you still listen to Joe Rogan-esque stuff, you might like it.
Is Mark Cuban not a billionaire anymore? Is why he keeps doing podcasts? Is he okay? Can somebody go check on him? Does he still have all of his planes?
Shark Tank is in between seasons.
He's taken the last month also very hard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was pretending to be this huge Harris supporter when in reality, one of the things that they wanted was so you don't get screwed by stuff like Netflix with your subscriptions. And then all of a sudden he's like, how will we be able to make money? So that was his latest grift, was pretending to be a Harris supporter. So he's doing the I'm wounded thing, and he's going around podcasts. And the only reason he's doing that is because he's semi-relevant because he sold the Mavericks for $2 billion. So, and there's like a new season of Shark Tank or whatever coming out. So he's trying to be popular right now. So that's why he's doing
like
he doesn't give a shit who's who's president. He's a billionaire.
Oh yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. No. He's beyond that. He's beyond that.
Yeah, it doesn't apply to him in any stretch of the thing. But yeah, so I would like to take this time to let people know that while we're not financial advisors and we do not give financial advice, probably don't invest in meme coins unless you can afford to lose the money. It's just like gambling. Don't gamble what you can't afford to lose. And with that said, I am now going to launch the first ever world-class bullshitter coin. And it comes in 4 collectible coins that you can't own. You just got to pay us the money, and we'll tell you have them.
Kendo coin's my favorite. It's alliterative, and it's shiny.
Yeah.
I have $1 trillion in Kendo coin, and folks, you can too. Again, this is a joke because some people will listen to this and go, you know what? I'm going to invest in that.
Oh, my God.
If you want to invest in us, listen to the show, buy the books. You can send us anything you want. We'll invest that into the channel. So
yeah. You can. I think there's a donation part of Patreon. You can just throw us some money if you want to.
Yeah, a cool like Mark Cuban. If you're bored,
and then we'll all have
$50 million
Firefest together. But the point would be for us to have Firefest.
I'll tell you, dude, if we set up something like that made us a shitload of money and we set that up, I wouldn't set up a Firefest like fuckery. I'd just get my mom to make everybody food and we just like watch movies or something. I think everyone will be okay with that. You'll get a great
I feel like we could do like a drive-in weekend thing. Like that would be perfect for us. Like just show some old movies, get some good food, and
we could get Briarville started with a small investment, Nick.
Dude, that's the dream. That's the dream. I showed you guys that like VHS video vending machine that like apparently there's only 100 left in the world, and it was like these small little like just like VHS vending machines that were in stores and stuff. It was wild. I didn't even know that existed. So it was Redbox before it was Redbox. It's crazy.
But it's probably going to be in vogue again since all the kids like videotapes for some damn reason.
Well, I know.
The nostalgia factors. They're obsessed with things that they did not live through.
Which is weird.
That's hilarious. I know. What is it? We got the first VHS release since 2006 with Haley and Romulus, but those were $60 a pop.
It's like the Deadpool 4K discs.
Oh God, yeah, I heard about that. Like they shot up to people got them at $65 a piece or something, and that's going to be their selling price now.
That's what they put Willow out on for $65. So, and now they're getting rid of Atmos sound on Disney Plus, so they're making Disney Plus more expensive and taking away features. So I don't get it. Like, there's no reason to even have any of this crap. Like, I'll save my Apple box rant for another day. We'll save that for 2025, Nick.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you, man. Streaming, I think, and it's funny because I think I read something earlier about, was it Max or Paramount, looking into make a linear channel, like a cable channel. I'm like, so we're just going back to that. Like Pluto TV already exists, and so does Tubi. Tubi does that stuff already, and it's free.
Dude, Pluto just got a Twilight Zone channel, 24 hours.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh my God, yeah, I just saw that. I was just very excited, very very excited.
As am I. Even though I have the Blu-ray box set,
same.
I like the randomness of flipping it on and going, oh man, it's the Walter Jameson episode, or oh shit, it's the Midnight Sun.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's what you want. Yeah, Pluto TV and Tubi I think are great. I don't know. VOD is teetering. It's teetering.
Yeah, I don't have a demand for half of it anyway. It's like I've been picking up discs and I'm like, oh man, Christmas Vacation's on all these streaming services. I just watch the movie, I got the disc at home, or I'm feeling James Bond. I don't have to watch commercials, and it's a one-time buy. I can watch Dr. No 500 times in a row and never have to watch a commercial. And I only paid, $200 for that box set like 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were talking about before when we were talking about all these streamings, like everybody's getting a fucking streaming thing now. It's like, what's the lifespan of that? And I think we're starting to see the lifespan of it. There's a ceiling with all this stuff that there's only so much content that each one of them is going to have. And instead of paying for 4 different things, like you can just go buy the movie and then you have it, or buy the TV series and then you have it, and then you don't have to pay to watch it over the course of a month. You could just buy it once and then you have it forever.
Yeah. I know. I know. I talked to my brother, because he was at Thanksgiving, and he's tired. I mean, he started paying for all these streaming services. I was like, listen, man, if you want to go half in on a Plex server, we can start whenever you want to.
They're great. My buddy lets me access his. He's got, was it 37?
I mean, I don't think. I think that's the future, man.
Yeah, it's funny because like those videos are getting more and more popular, and it seems like there's more and more stuff, and you can use anything from an old laptop to like building what is it, using a Synology NAS with like 5 hard drives and like, I don't know, 20 terabytes of storage. Like you can get it going that far. It depends on like your price range and what you need it for, but there's a flavor for everybody for Plex. Yeah, I definitely think that's going to be the thing. I feel like with that aspect, you're going to get people who know what they're doing and who can afford to make the servers, and people are going to like ask to be a part of their Plex server, and people are going to have multiple Plex servers across a lot of the world, and just to get access to certain things, and maybe people have one dedicated to like Italian beaver pictures or something, and that's all they have. And maybe somebody
I'm
has
on
like
one of those actually. My cousin's a big horror guy. Every Italian beaver picture's on there, and the French beaver pictures, and the British ones.
Yeah, so I mean, like there might be a guy who like specializes in British sitcoms, acquiring those and putting those on a Plex server. I feel like that's going to be a thing. Like people are going to be trading those like backwards and forwards and stuff. So
I don't really. It's weird. We're talking about the future of entertainment, and we're talking about meme coins and all this crap. If we were to say, go back in time to 2015 when we started this show, do you think, well, let's take it back to 2017 when Kendo's on. Do you think we would believe how ridiculous the world we live in today is?
No.
No, I think there would be some of it where if we were like, yeah, this girl's going to get really famous in a few years for talking about how she spits on Johnsons before, filleting them. And then she's going to get a podcast where she supposedly raised money for animals charities, which is a good thing. And then she's going to have her own cryptocurrency, and we're going to be like, what the fuck is a cryptocurrency? And then, people are going to lose their ass on it in a matter of hours. We'd be like, yeah, that sounds terrible. But then if you were like, oh, hey, do you know the Star Wars movies are going to come out within the next couple of years? They're all going to suck. We'd be like, well, that we can believe.
Yeah. And the TV shows, too.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. How was Skeleton Crew? Like,
nostalgic to a fault.
Oh, really? It's just like dripping with it.
Well, here's the weird the dilemma I face. It's not objectively terrible. It's not a poorly like the little kid actors are better than all the actors in The Acolyte. But at the same time, it's E.T., Poltergeist, and every Spielberg and Goonies movie ever because they literally live in the E.T. neighborhood in Star Wars world. The kid plays with Star Wars Jedi action figures. They do lightsaber battles out in front of the school bus. The first episode's just about the angst of school. They got to take a placement test. These robots run the planet. And then the second one, they go off on an adventure, and they literally have One-Eyed Willie. He's a robot, but there's a pirate hat. It's like Goonies, essentially, dude. That's all. If you love the Goonies, which we do, you can't not notice that.
Goonies in space.
That's what I've heard, but it's just like I want to watch it, but then again, I don't want to get sucked in and like give it because like it's probably gonna last a season and then like it'll be gone.
Don't get sucked in, Nick. Get sucked off. There you go.
Should have bought some Hawk Tuah coins.
You should buy them now because they'll go up tomorrow.
They'll go up tomorrow. They won't go up at all.
I don't feel like that's gonna happen, Jeff. I feel like they're gonna go down and they're gonna Hawk Tuah coins.
She already did. That's why they went down. That's all she's good for, or known for at least. But I just tell you, Nick, don't really watch it until it's all over because they don't really put a lot of stuff in each episode. It's that whole
so it's the Disney,
it's okay,
yeah.
and then it ends. And
So it's a whole Disney formula where they just keep putting like tiny little tidbits in it to keep you wanting to watch and be like, oh, there's gonna be more next time. There's gonna be more next time, and there it never is. It's just like it's like Walking Dead season 2, where they're at the farm for a whole season. It's like really boring.
And then they get to the prison, and it still sucks. And
yeah.
They go meet Herschel. Wait, he's already at the farm. And anyway, the one part that throws me off though is that kid looks just like D2 Dion, like that little main kid in Star Wars Skeleton Crew. And I'm just like, is he an actor now? Like, yeah. I'm like, Dion, where's your Star Wars check at?
Why did you tell me I would have been more excited?
Yeah, I need you to use D2's connections to get Stealing Solo and Harrison Ford's hands. Please.
I mean, I know. So start doing a TikTok stitch with with your kid and see what happens. Maybe he can be a stand-in or something. Who knows?
Or you could have him impersonate that child actor. The power is yours.
That would be hilarious if we just bought a table at a convention and made a banner and everything.
We literally just say the kid from Skeleton Crew.
Yeah,
and then that's it. People are like, oh my god, it's the kid from Skeleton Crew, dude. You would make $50,000 in a weekend. Seriously.
Yeah. And what you do is you got that banner that says the kid from the Skeleton Crew, and in the very bottom corner you put lookalike. That way they can't sue us.
Yeah.
Yeah, his college will be paid for. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, if we do it right, all of our colleges will be paid for.
Yeah, step right up, get your picture taken with the kid from Star Wars, lookalike. And while you're at it, buy some World Class Bullshitters coin and some Hawk Tuah coin, and have a good old time. Yeah, we'll sign all sorts of shit for you.
It's the future. So, Nick, there is my answer to you, my friend. Just don't do it.
Okay, yeah, I was hesitant, but yeah, I think I'll wait till it's done and check it out, or maybe I'll acquire it by other means. This way, they don't get the viewer numbers.
Yeah, it's nobody really seems to be talking about it. A couple days later, it came and it went.
Yeah, I mean, I keep hearing stuff about the Penguin show more than I do Skeleton Crew.
That was good.
Yeah,
had a fucked up ending though.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it was nice and fucked up, so that's good.
Yeah, like the last episode, the last couple minutes happened, I was like, God damn it! Now I hate this son of a bitch. Like before, I was all on board with the show. That last episode changes everything. That's how you subvert expectations, Ryan Johnson. I guess he's still relevant, right?
Yeah.
God, it's so hilarious how that dude failed at that so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the best part is Dion. He's in Stealing Solo too. He's got like 2 or 3 panels that he's in. He looks just like Big Boy. So he's got the big round head and the big ass cheeks.
Yeah. Good.
You have the best line of dialogue in that comic, by the way. I'll tell you what it is off air because I don't want to spoil it for the audience. But folks, I keep telling you, that book will be ready for tax season. That book is like 3 pages away from being written. The first act is roughed out. And as soon as I write the last couple pages, I'm just going to start drawing that bastard. So, yeah, this is a quick turnaround time for Stealing Solo 2. And then Stealing Solo 3 happens, which I accidentally wrote half of today, too, because I got a whole plan for it. So, after the book comes out, then the third book will come out the following year. And then, moving forward, the book will be released in a, well, it'll be like a deluxe edition that'll be a very limited print run. And then we're going to put it in stores, and then we're going to make a movie. But I don't know how we're going to reanimate. Never mind. Anyway, folks, join us in the future. Our friend Dean H. Puss in Boots. Now, do you mean the Antonio Banderas Puss in Boots or like Riley Reid Puss in Boots?
I think that's what he was referring to Hawk Tuah as.
I'm sure she has tons of boots. I'm sure they've all been knocked too. Right over.
Yeah, she seems like she's like that. You know, I mean, that's when she got the money to start the podcast. So
good for her. Wait, Dion, can you start whoring yourself out so we can really take this to the next level?
Yeah, you were supposed to be giving hand jobs to every subscriber. Start charging for it now.
You're muted, buddy.
We cannot hear you, Dion. Dion, we cannot hear you.
That's what he wants.
Okay.
I clearly can't hear us either.
Yeah. Nope, he can't. Won't do it. Thank you, Dean H. So, folks, moving on. Nick, here's a short little story just for you. I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but we always talk about every week how they're remaking some old bullshit. But a reboot of the popular TV show Scrubs is in early development at ABC, led by the show's original creator, Bill Lawrence. The project has advanced to the point where they're looking to bring back the cast of the original series, and no one has been signed yet, but there's considerable interest online. You're a huge Scrubs fan. Where do you fall on a Scrubs reboot?
I mean, he's going to bring back the characters to, like, so he's going to start from, like, season 8 and then move on. Like, that's going to be weird. Like, if nobody's been signed, then that's even more telling of, like, I guess they don't have the time, they don't want to do it, or I don't know, they're busy. Like, they're all like 20 years older now, or 25 years older, I think. So it's gonna be weird. We're like, I want more Scrubs, but also the ending for season 8 was fucking great. The way that whole show ended was wonderful, and I really don't want to. It's sullied by like them rebooting it and bringing it back, and then trying to have it live in the 2020s. Like it was. Like I think it ended in like 01 or 02. There's no need for it to be any more than
what
that.
They're gonna do. I was reading something about it, and they're gonna bring it back, and the main character is gonna be black now.
Oh, they're gonna have Turk be the main character. I'm okay with that.
Turk be the main character.
So that's a thing, and yeah, so they're at least getting on board with the culture we live in now. So there you go.
So it's gonna be all about Turk and his, I think, 2 kids. There's two teenagers, probably 2 teenage daughters who are like they're probably in high school now. I think they're in high school or they're out of high school into college. Like it's a Dr. Cox, Turk, Carla, Elliot.
Elliot's the best.
Zach.
Good old Sarah Chalk.
Sarah Chalk, yeah.
Oh, they're gonna replace her with Lacey Goranson. That would be hilarious.
I might watch that.
Oh my god,
dude! Even if they did that for like, if they just did like a funny trailer type like Red Band thing, like, hey, we're bringing back Scrubs as a wink, wink, nod, nod, and it was Lacey Goranson instead of Sarah Chalk, I would laugh my ass off at that because I would get the joke.
Same here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. As Dr. Meatball says, that they are living in the T-Mobile phone commercials, which I think is hilarious. Like I always like those guys. I love those guys. Listen to their podcast that are going through the old episodes for a while there, and that was fun. That was really fun.
I also agree with Dr. Meatball. I hate those commercials. Like, stop ruining Holiday Road with a commercial for like home internet from T-Mobile. Let me enjoy my Clark W. Griswold.
That's a little much. I know they had Jason Momoa in one of the commercials. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah, if they do Everybody Wants to Rule the World, I'm gonna find where these guys live and tell them how much I dislike their commercial with a strongly worded letter.
I don't know if I ever met them out in the wild, I'd be really happy. I'd be like, holy shit, it's Turk and JD.
He would fangirl out so hard. He'd like scream. He'd be doing this thing. He'd start crying, and we'd have to like literally pick him up and be like, Nick, you're an adult man. Act like it.
Yeah.
I would. I'm not even gonna deny it. I would. By the way, they did do their own version of Baby It's Cold Outside. If you look up Baby It's Cold Outside, Zach and Donald holiday video, it's like 3 minutes long. They did it like 12 years ago. It's really good.
I didn't even know that song until I saw Elf.
Yeah.
I
But
still
yeah,
think of it as an
oh
Elf
god,
song.
I can't. I fucking hate Elf. I can't watch Elf. I tried watching it after Thanksgiving, and I was like, I can't do it. This is a terrible movie. I don't know why it's like on the top of people's Christmas lists and things like that for movies. Like it's so bad. It's so bad.
I don't like that movie either, but I just don't like it to the point where I just don't think about it. It's like I don't actively go out of my way and go, man, fuck Buddy the Elf. But if I do see it on TV, I do flip over to another channel because
It
it's really annoying.
It is.
it's one of the only Will Ferrell things I can tolerate.
What?
That is funny as hell.
Because yeah, turtles. You like turtles. I know. You're 20 years behind the times on that fucking meme. So, like, I can watch Old School because he's really not in it very much, and I would like to think he's just playing himself, which is somebody that's probably missing a few screws upstairs. And when I watch Elf, which I never do it intentionally, it's literally because I'm someplace and they're watching it there. Um, Again, it's just Will Ferrell running around acting like he's, mentally challenged, which I'm pretty sure he is. So it's like with Leonardo DiCaprio in who's what's eating Gilbert Grape, and he was pretty much just playing himself. I'm like, I can be okay with that.
Oh god, that's funny.
Kendo, I'm going to send you this fake prompt script about Buddy the Elf in Christmas Exile. So I just had AI write it. He gets exiled to New Mexico. So maybe we'll turn that into some Patreon content.
Sounds about right. Okay.
Jeez.
No, I have already looked at Christmas Vacation, and I will probably watch all of my Christmas classics this year. But Elf is not. Folks in the chat, let us know what some of your Christmas favorites are. Since next week is going to be our last episode of the year, we will talk a little bit about Christmas. So,
Yeah.
sorry, not next week, 2 weeks from now. So the 19th. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, I know. What is it? I know here in Atlanta they're showing. I think they're starting to show Silent Night, Deadly Night Friday. They're going to start showing that in the local theater, and Christmas Vacation is going to start showing as well in a lot of the local theaters. So that'll be nice to go watch it and hopefully get drunk and have a good time.
Nick, I'm going to go down to the theater and watch Silent Night, Deadly Night with you and just hold this on my lap the whole time. Punishment. No, we need to hang out with Eric Freeman next year. We have the pull to make that happen, boys.
We should at least get him on and interview him and ask him a bunch of terrible questions.
Remember that time you were in that movie where you played Santa Claus? That was cool.
Since you were a one-hit wonder, what the hell have you done afterwards?
Well, I became a garbage man because I thought, I fit the role pretty well. Oh, so every day's garbage day? Yes. And I hate my life. That's what it is. So, folks, let us know in 2025 who you would like us to interview. Should we interview Sarah Chalk? Should we interview Eric Freeman? Should we interview Oprah Winfrey? I'm sure she'll come on and talk to us.
I can ask Sarah Chalk about that horrible made-for-TV horror movie she did, like around she was doing like the second season of Scrubs, called "I've Been Waiting for You."
Oh, is it like a killer waitress movie?
No, it's literally.
I've been waiting on you. Sorry.
Yeah. There's an idea. That'd be a really easy slasher to make. Jesus, that'd be really easy. Just
let's make it.
Yeah, we could film in a local Waffle House, and it wouldn't be a problem. They don't care.
Let's go to an old Denny's.
I'm down for that. Let's do an old Denny's. Yeah, basically the movie was. Oh God, I remember watching it on TV. It was terrible. She was the new kid in school and moved to Salem, Massachusetts from California. And she was, it's like they treated her like she's like typical kid from California moving to a small town. And apparently, like, she moves into this house that was her grandmother's, and like she has lineage there because her grandmother's like, and their whole family's part of like some witch who died there like hundreds of years ago during the Salem witch trials, and they think she's the witch come back because the kids of those ancestors are still in school and still living in that town, so they think that she's the one there to kill them all. And slowly, by one, they all get offed, and they think it's her, but it's literally just like some little twerp and in the background who's doing it.
You are right. That does sound terrible, and if you ripped it, I would watch it.
It's funny because apparently the DVD is worth like $200 on eBay or something.
Well, shit.
Yeah, but unfortunately, mine's open, and I have to find the case for it. But I probably wouldn't sell it because it was something I acquired years ago, and I thought it was I thought it was fun at the time, but it's fine. I think I do have it on a hard drive somewhere. I'll have to check it out.
Please send it my way because I'll just chuckle at it.
Yeah.
Next time I come to visit you for a long period of time, I'll bring a couple of my DVDs that are rare and out of print, if you want to rip them just to have the files. Like, I know you'd never watch it, but that Spider-Man 67 show has a great transfer, and it's a pretty pricey box set, and I bought it 20 years ago. So
Nice. Yeah.
just to have a physical or a digital copy.
Oh, no, that's always good to have. Always good to have. Yeah, no, I could do that. It wouldn't take too long. Not at all.
All right, so folks, Dion is having some technical difficulties. He'll be back in just a moment. Let's move on to our next subject tonight. Celebrities. We like to make fun of celebrities each and every week here on the show. If it's not them running off to Canada or England or New Mexico, because that's apparently not America anymore, they're leaving Twitter. They're migrating west to Blue Sky. And so Blue Sky is a new social media platform that we might troll in the future, but we don't really have too much time for it right now. But it is apparently not doing too hot. So, in the wake of the election, numerous celebrities like our old pal Mark Hamill, Stephen King, Jamie Lee Curtis, and even Ben Stiller have migrated to Blue Sky. Now, they want an alternative to Twitter because I guess Twitter is too mean, or they're trying to make a statement, or they're just looking for attention. But apparently, they're not going to get enough attention because while Blue Sky is growing, it's not even up to where Threads is, Meta's Facebook social media thing that nobody talks about. So, for me personally, it seems just like a bunch of people sucking their thumb. I gotta get away from Twitter, it's so mean. Look, it's one of the biggest platforms on the planet. It's kind of stupid to take your celebrity and your vanity elsewhere. The people on Blue Sky aren't gonna kiss your ass. But what I wanted to know, guys, is are you surprised? And do you think there will ever be a world where Blue Sky is the #1 social media platform? I can't even say it with a straight face.
I mean, it's funny because all these like even Twitter started out as being like, a basket of free speech because Facebook was getting too crazy, and so was like Snapchat and things like that. So Twitter became this like this thing for middle ground, but then that got taken over because, as we found out when Musk bought it, like there was a lot of government people and stuff who are in the background trying to get other people to delete their accounts or restrict their accounts and things like that. So a lot of that was happening, but it's one of those things like if Blue Sky were to put up like Twitter numbers, which I doubt that's going to happen, they're going to have that happen to them as well. Or if they put up Facebook numbers, they're going to have that happen to them as well, and it's going to cease to be free and to be this bastion of leftist weird ideology that they have, and it'll just go back to being just a shit show like every social media platform is. Like all of them start out this way. All of them start out as like this escape to like something new and different, and I get to be with my friends, and we get to agree on everything, and it's great, and then it turns into a cesspool. That's just how it is.
That's social media.
Yeah.
Kendo, anything you want to say?
Nothing that Nick hasn't already touched on. I mean, the thing about Twitter is it was the Wild West because, Facebook came along. You could only get on Facebook if you had a college email address to sign up with, and then they let the high schoolers in, and then they let everybody in, and that's when Facebook went to shit. And then, Twitter was this thing that it was fun. It was a good way to get easy access and information from people and from platforms that you were interested in because it was real easy just to hammer out a tweet and send it and all that good stuff. And then over time, Twitter got taken over and pretty much went from being the wild, wild west to this weird dystopian, 1984 type thing where you could say the wrong thing and people would get all upset and hashtag you and report you to the powers that be, and they would deplatform you and say, or they would throttle you and restrict your access and all that stuff. And then, Thud came along and Hail Thud. And now, Elon took it back over. And that's what people get upset. The thing that people are getting upset about now with Twitter is that too many people are allowed to say whatever they want on Twitter. It's like, oh my God, it's almost like free speech exists. So if you don't like it, tough. One of the things I think is hilarious is that they took off the block feature to where you can be blocked, because I was famously blocked by Dave Meltzer, and you could be blocked by somebody and you couldn't have any access to, so like if people were sharing some stupid shit they would say, it would just show that it was unavailable. You couldn't see it. Now you can look at everything they're still saying, and you just can't respond to it, which I think is a good thing, because say I get mad at Nick and I block Nick. Well, I could slander and libel the shit out of Nick, and he'd have no idea about it because he wouldn't be able to see it. So how would he be able to sue me for it if he has no idea that he's being libeled all over there unless people screenshot it? And then you could always be like, well, screenshots can be altered, and which is true. Whereas, instead of being able to like just pull up somebody's account and be like, here it is in real time, caught in 4K, bitch. So I like that feature because I can go and see the dumb shit that people that have blocked me said, specifically him and Sean Ross, the sap. And yeah, I like Twitter. It's fun now. I don't really engage a whole lot on it. I just like to watch people melt down and tear each other apart because I'm more of a spectacle watcher.
Yeah.
That's why it would have been really good to live during the Roman times and go to the Coliseum and just watch people just be ripped to shit. I wouldn't want to be a gladiator. I'd want to watch. And but yeah, Blue Sky is not going to do anything close to Twitter. What Blue Sky is what's that? What's the right wing version of it that came out? True Social.
True Social. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So a few years ago, when everybody realized that Twitter was in the tank for Sleepy Joe, and they threw Trump off the platform and all that stuff, and they got mad at him. So then they went to Truth Social or whatever it was, the right wing version of Blue Sky that came first. It didn't do anything close to that, and it got ridiculed for being what it was. And Blue Sky is equally being ridiculed for what it is. And I think it's hilarious. And some of the memes about certain types of people being on Blue Sky, I think is kind of hilarious. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want us to get canceled on our show to get taken down. So we'll just leave it at that. Let's just say they like to pedal.
Yeah, those bike riders are everywhere.
Yeah. That's jeez.
So there you go. It's not going to do anything close to Twitter.
No, because
it's True Social for the left.
No, and it's funny because as soon as the election happened and we got the results, everybody, like a lot of celebrities, a lot of people were just like, "Oh, we're leaving this platform to go to Blue Sky," and like it was an influx, and it was the same thing that happened with Threads. Like there was this influx. It's like, oh, Threads is going to be different, even though it's ran by Facebook, it's going to be different. There was an influx, and then there was the drop off of people being like, "Well, it's another social media thing. Why should I care?" It's like, I'm not on Threads. I'm not on Blue Sky. I refuse to get any more social media accounts. I can't deal with it anymore.
Do you think the fracturing of Twitter and some of these social media platforms is going to begin to start a decline in social media usage? Because a lot of people say that social media is a crux of where society is going wrong. Do you think this could be one of those situations where people just are like, I'm taking a break from all of it, and then they get hobbies or they remember what their life was like before social media, and we have a net positive?
I don't know. Kendo deals with the youths. Do you kind of have your finger on the pulse of like what's going on, Kendo?
That answer is no. Because like people like us, like I could just not. I mean, during the day I don't social media at all. Like I occasionally pick up my phone to get my Clash of Clans attack in Town Hall 17. I was maxed out and I'm pissed that they fucking updated so soon. I'll do that. I'll get on there and message you guys back. But even if I didn't have Facebook Messenger to talk to you guys, we have cell phone numbers and there is group texting you could do. So we would just do that. But like, I can live without social media. When I get off of here tonight, it'll pretty much be laundry, shower, get in bed, watch YouTube to catch up on all the channels. I like to watch their videos that I didn't see today because during the day I can't sit around watching YouTube, not like on the weekend or something like that, while I lay in bed and get ready to go to sleep. If I do any social media, it's literally just going to be responding to messages from you guys. Nick knows that even on like Instagram, I don't respond for a while. Like, I will get messages on Instagram from like you, Ron, and a couple other people. And like once every like 6 weeks, I'm just like, I'm bored. Let me pull up Instagram. I don't look at any posts. I just go look at the messages you guys sent and look at the shit you sent me. And that's about it. Like, I don't really tweet ever on Twitter. I will go on there to see what's trending just to make sure that there's a famous name that isn't dead, because usually the first thing you think when you see a famous, like today I got on there, Paul McCartney was the trending for some reason. I'm like, oh, Paul McCartney dead. Ringo's the last standing Beatle. I predicted that. I said he was going to be the last man standing. No, Paul McCartney's still alive. People were just complaining about how he doesn't sound very good anymore. I'm like, well, the dude's like 85. So
yeah,
let's keep some perspective. Of course, he's not going to sound like he did in 1968.
Yeah,
we can do that. Like people in our age bracket that existed before social media became a thing could definitely never pick up. Like if they put out a law that said anybody over the age of like 35 is not allowed to be on Instagram or Snapchat or anything, which they should. It came out and did any of that stuff, we would live normal lives. Like we would be 100% fine. But the youths, no. Dude, their entire culture is TikTok and Instagram. That's it. Like they are obsessed with how many likes they get on their Instagram posts. They're obsessed with how many people follow them. They're obsessed with the stuff they find on there. And again, like I was telling you guys off air before the show started, they're obsessed with the meme culture that comes from their TikToks going viral TikToks. And that lasts about 3 days. And then they're on to something else. So there's no way, like, not possible. I don't think anybody could handle that that's under the age of like 30, not having social media be the bastion of their life anymore. Like if it was time enough at last scenario, all of a sudden, like, yeah, we would be fine. They could not handle it.
Well, that's good to know. I figured as much. I just wanted you to give a definitive answer because, like, you know, you deal with the youths.
I deal with the youths. I deal with a lot of youths. The youths are especially racist towards each other, which is hilarious. But yeah, that's fun. I'm sure you're having a lot of fun with that. I've had several of the youths even ask me, they're like, do you have any hope for the future because of our generation? And I will look them dead in the eye and say, no, I don't. And their response is always like, what? Why do you say that? I'm like, well, number one, don't ask a question you don't want to hear the answer to. And two, because I know what it's like, what I was dealt with growing up, and I know how the people that I grew up with are, and I know how the people that were just right behind us are. And I now know who you guys are. And based on where I was at and projected out to where I'm at now and the people I know now, I can project you guys, your middle school, you guys, to 20-something years from now when you were supposed to be running the world. And I wouldn't say I'm scared, but I'm definitely not optimistic. I'm hoping that I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to live a long, healthy life, but at the same time, if somebody comes up to me and says, you're not going to see what it's like when these kids are running the future in 30 years, I'll be like, you know, I think I can live with that, even though I'm not going to live with that, but I think I can live with
that. Dude, that reminds me. I was in the car with my niece and my mom and my aunt. And neither of them knew how to use their phones correctly. It was hilarious. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen because my mom's 65 and it's like she barely knows how to, like, I have to put the text on her phone really big so you can read it. And my niece, like she thinks when she deletes something it's gone on her phone. She doesn't understand like there's like a trash thing and you have to like an extra step. She doesn't understand that. It
still doesn't go away. That's how we're able to solve some crimes, is be able to, like, you know, forensically detail through people's phones. By the way, happy birthday early, Clone Geek. You're going to be 21 in a couple weeks. It's nice that there are a few of you out there. One of my youths in one of my classes yesterday had said something to me about, they're like, you have a kid? I'm like, yeah, he's like 2.5. And they're like, well, what's he really like? I'm like, Ninja Turtles and Thomas. And she goes, don't let him watch any new Thomas stuff. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, no, he has to watch the old Thomas shows. Those are the good ones. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they are.
You know, there is a few bright spots out there. There are some kids that have parents that maybe have their fingers on the buttons just a little bit better, and they're able to steer them into the direction of things, because I don't feel like she's going to be one of those. I know she's not, because I have kids in my class that have, I don't know if it's a TikTok thing, but they have reformatted some Christmas songs about how the weather outside is rizzy, so we're going to get skibbity. And I'm just like, I really, really, really want to just, if the roof fell down just on my desk right now and killed me, I would be okay.
I don't understand what they're I mean, put it like this. I can take 3 seconds and go, oh, I know what they're talking about, but I still think it's stupid as hell. Like, I refuse to buy into that. And I was at a Thanksgiving, a Friendsgiving, and they're trying to explain try hard and sweaty to me. And I'm like, this is stupid. This is absolutely stupid.
They don't even get try hard right, because last year when I was back out on the reservation, I had a couple kids that, for instance, by Clash of Clans, they were like, oh my God, check it out. I'm like Town Hall 10. I'm like, pulled mine up. I'm like, look, I've almost got a maxed out 16. I'm like, oh, try hard. I'm like, No, I'm playing the game for like 10 years on my phone. How's that being a tryhard? A tryhard would be like you guys that scream about how good you are with your shitty town halls because you only been playing it for a couple of years. I'm like, that's what a try. Like they don't even get it right. So they call people tryhards and they don't even get it right. They'd be like, oh, Elon Musk is such a tryhard. I'm like, no, he worked for that money. Let's calm down. That's not what a tryhard is.
Yeah, the other one. The other one I love is crash out. I'm like, you're using that entirely wrong.
Yeah. The kids are like, man, I'm gonna crash out right now, and I'm like, that's not what that means. Or the other day they did something stupid, and I actually gave up my instead of just kind of like abiding, just be like, will you knock that off, please? I got up. I was like, hey, knock it off now. No, this Jake is crashing out. He's crashing out. I'm like, that's not even crash. You've never seen me mad. Like few people have actually ever seen me legitimately mad because I don't really get mad that often. And if I do get mad, you fucking know it. Especially if you are the reason why I got mad, because you're going to find out, because I will let loose with a beautiful verbal tirade laced and woven with all sorts of wonderful obscenities. And I might even call you a bad word or two.
That's what happened to all the old bullshitters on the show, folks. You ever seen that t-shirt we have that's got all the guys? They got into a fight with Kendo. They're no longer around.
Yeah. Those guys that I've legitimately never had any heat with, and I still talk to on a regular basis.
They're completely dead, Kendo. Just let them believe that Loudy is buried in a ditch in southern Wisconsin.
Yes, that's right. Loudy, I killed him, and he's buried in a ditch in southern Wisconsin. We had a disagreement, and I totally wasn't talking to him like 2 hours ago.
Curtis Lindenfield's been shot out of a cannon into the sun.
Oh my God!
Now there's one that I don't actually talk to because I didn't really ever know him. So, but yes, all the
rest of the guys, you replaced him. That was the.
Yeah, that is true. You did replace him. You did replace him. Yeah,
that's true.
But he was a strange dude. He was a strange dude.
I'll tell you stories. Oh,
I'm sure you will.
I was cleaning out some stuff at my mom's house, and I found some of the art I did, and we did a comic book. We were working on a comic book back in college. I'm going to let you guys read it. I will never put it out publicly. But that dude had a lot of anger that he would bring out in his art. It was uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Nice. But, yeah.
TLJ Screwjob wants to talk about, speaking of young kids, when I was going to get my 5-year-old nephew and 4-year-old niece Mr. Rogers' 30-episode DVD, but they watched Bluey, so they wouldn't even get it, or would they just say, what is this old stuff? Now, I think if you put Mr. Rogers on in front of a kid, seriously, I think it'll always work because it's like a calming presence. He's like Bob Ross. You know, no matter what era you're watching it in, they'll be like, okay, I'll listen to this guy.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers is definitely timeless. Like,
yeah,
again, it's like Bob Ross. It's timeless. That's never. I mean, you could sit me down and say, hey, all you're allowed to watch is 1980s Mr. Rogers. I'll be like, well, I've probably seen most of it, but sure, that was also 30-something years ago, 35 years ago. We'll go ahead and watch it again. That's fine. And I wouldn't have a negative feeling in my body. I think kids could handle Mr. Rogers. And then, comparing it to Bluey, I mean, you can't really rag on Bluey. Bluey's not bad. My kid will watch Bluey every now and then, and he'll dance to the song and everything like that. And I have to send you guys pictures later. We finally got him to wear his Jollibee costume, and now he won't take it off. And so Bluey's one of those shows that, yeah, it's aimed at kids, but there's also a lot of jokes in that show that kids would not get, that people that are the adults, that are the parents of said kids, are sitting there, and it's like The Simpsons. I'm not going to equate that to like Bluey to like Golden Age Simpsons by any stretch, but as a kid, you watch The Simpsons and there's jokes that you didn't get, but as an adult, you watch it and the jokes come and you're like, holy shit, I missed that when I was like 8. Bluey's a lot the same way. There's a few jokes and gags in there that 4 and 5-year-olds don't get, but the parents are sitting there going, okay, yeah, I get that reference. That's actually pretty funny.
Dude, that was so many cartoons when we were growing up in the 90s. Like, I didn't realize that Rocco was a phone sex operator.
Yeah.
Be courteous, be kind, be naughty. That was written on the wall behind him. I'm like, what? There was so many of that, so much of that double meaning stuff.
Dude, it's like Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, God.
If you watch Ren and Stimpy as an adult, dude, as a kid, I watched Ren and Stimpy. It was one of those things. It's kind of like with Beavis and Butthead. I'd watch Beavis and Butthead, and I'd watch it, and my dad would watch it with me. And he would be laughing at shit that I'm like, why is he laughing at that? How is that fun? I don't get that. But that's because my dad was pretty much the same, is still pretty much the same age as like Mike Judge. So there's a lot of same generational humoral aspects to it. Like Mike Judge was making jokes for somebody that was, Mike Judge's age, even though it was 1993. And then kids like me are watching it that are 10 years old going, ha ha, that's funny how they, called each other, asswipe or something like that, not getting the layered joke beneath the thing. It's kind of like King of the Hill. If you watch King of the Hill as an adult compared to when you were like 12, there's a lot of shit that went over your head that you didn't get because there was some creative humor to that. So it's Ren and Stimpy's the same way. I watched Ren and Stimpy as a kid, laughed at the gags and the visuals and things like that. But as an adult, I'm watching, I'm like, one, why did my parents allow me to watch this? Because this is pretty fucked up. But two, I missed a lot of this shit when I was 10 years old watching this show.
That's how I was. I've gone back to watch a lot of it. I'm like, wow, there are tons of innuendo here. But
Yeah.
Dion, I'm sure you felt the same way too. A lot of shows that we watched as a kid, you go back and you're like, wow, how did I miss that? It's how it was meant to be.
Yeah, I know. I
Yep.
think Shout Factory or whatever it is still has a bunch of those old shows on DVD. They may have them on Blu-ray, but I know a lot of them are on DVD.
I was looking at that the other day because I think they got a Pinky and the Brain set that I was like, I'm going to buy Pinky and the Brain because that was another one. Along with Animaniacs, another one. Like you'd watch it,
show.
you got the jokes that were aimed at you, but you didn't get the ones that went over your head because
Fingerprints. That's the best joke. No. Dust for fingerprints. That's the best.
Oh God,
I'm sure Prince really liked that too. Everyone's excited that you're back, Dion. So the audience clearly loves you, my friend. Now, folks in the chat,
I'm glad to be back. The computer was pissing me off. I was about to throw a punch.
Technology is not your friend.
Listen. You have an Indian IT guy right here. What the fuck, bro?
Dude, you're not talking to him in a language he understands. That's why he doesn't.
I know.
You're too old.
I should have screen shared.
Yeah, you got to say it differently, and your name has to be like Peter or something.
Well, to also be sending a bunch of damn work facts.
Now,
Is somebody trying to assassinate your job at your boss at work or something? Like you got to like make sure
That's what I say, man. Nick is straight shooting tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a better shot than somebody.
Yeah, I don't do that type of protection. I ain't getting shot yet. You got to pay me a lot more for that.
I'm about to say,
I gotta explain how to sign into computers and stuff wrong.
God, that's my Christmas morning for my aunts and uncles. They're like, "How do you set up the iPad?" Dear God, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Just don't touch anything.
Do you have to give them the? Do you have to give them the tech support voice for them to understand it too, or like when they hear tech support, they hear it the way we hear each other instead?
It depends. I know. I have an aunt who only speaks Hindi, and I have to like speak to her in the best way that I can remember how to, because I don't use that language at all, and like try to like describe things to her, and it's very frustrating. But like it's been okay.
What if instead of speaking to her in like broken Hindi, you spoke to her in English, but you put on the 7-Eleven accent just to see if she might maybe it jives a little bit, like and then be like, "I'm here to help you. My name is Steve." And then just maybe she's like, "Oh, okay, I know exactly." Oh, yeah.
No, I've done that before, and she hit me. She's like, quit doing that accent. I'm like, what?
She's like, "You don't do it as good as your white friend does." As a racist asshole.
You need to work harder, Nick. You're forgetting your identity. Who are you? Do you even know anymore?
Oh my God! Don't get me started on that shit.
I won't. I don't want to bring you back to have war flashbacks.
Yeah, no shit, man. No shit.
Now, folks, I want to just put this on screen, not to promote anything, but give a shout out to our friend Releasing the Kraken over on Twitter. They made us this with the power of AI. So, folks, we love your memes. We love all the stuff you guys send us. Send us stuff on Twitter, on Facebook, at info@worldclassbullshitters.com, and all of our platforms. We just wanted to say thank you to Releasing the Kraken for taking the time to make this. And, folks, that book will be in your hands next year. There's the plug. But I retweeted that out. So if anybody wants to see it, it's actually really cool. Now, in terms of Kendo being Indian, are you like 199th Cherokee or like 477th like Indian?
I am more Native American than Elizabeth Warren, who made a career on being Native American. So.
Oh, hi, Hiawatha.
Yeah. I can pull up my ancestry DNA results, and it hits at like 8%.
Well, I mean, be careful where you got your DNA sampled from, because I know one of those companies is going bankrupt. So
they're going to
ancestry. I Hawk Tuah and spit in that thing and sent it to him, and they sent me back my DNA results. So, but yes, no,
Your results are you are white. That's what a
Yeah.
piece of paper said. You're like, oh, I didn't know.
yeah,
With different variations of pepper sprinkled throughout.
yeah, it's like it came all folded up, and as you unfolded it, there was a different letter. It was H-O-N-A-E-Y. Oh, okay.
No,
That
dude,
seems
it's like
about
Jericho. You got the list of Jericho. You remember that one? Armbar. You're like, white,
Yep.
white, white. You go to
Still
commercial
fucking
break,
white.
white.
You got this much Native American because your grandfather. Oh yeah, I knew that. And then it's like, still white, more white. Yeah, you're still white. I'm like, that sounds right. But
You're whiter than Barry.
the important thing is, I found out where all the whitey came from. There was different little countries of honkiness that got distilled down until my grandmother
got
met my
distilled
grandfather. And then so it's like all white except my one grandfather, rest in peace, who was like an Ojibwe from North Dakota. He was cool. He loved cowboy movies, which was extremely fucking ironic.
Yeah, because those they don't really like Indians in those movies.
No, not usually, and they caricature them, and he never had any issue with it. So,
Oh God, but Dion, if there's peppering throughout, like somebody's interested like that means that somebody was doing things they shouldn't have.
yeah.
Well, that was.
Oh, they should have done it.
Pepper's a different spice. You're talking about chocolate and all those other things. If folks that he knew who were of a little bit more of a pale disposition were maybe hugging up on some folks with a darker disposition. That's different variations of chocolate. That's
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
My grandfather.
I'm related to Thomas Jefferson. Like right now, Kendo is himself passing on his genetic material with someone who's more of a
Asian persuasion.
soy sauce mixture, right?
You can just say
she's different flavor.
You just be like,
from
she's
the
an Asian woman. She came from an island in the Pacific. It's true. I know. I married her.
That's my boy. Exactly.
Sriracha. Dion Sriracha.
No, that's Thailand.
Is made of sriracha.
That came from California anyway.
I know it did.
Just like the fortune.
Thailand's
say,
the spicy soy sauce.
I will say I am interested in getting, baby OJ's ancestry thing sent in because I want to see if my genes won more than, hers. I feel like that is the case because if you look at him, you're like, that is definitely Kendo's son because that is, if Kendo was Asian in just this little bit, that's him right there.
You just got to ask my mom because she thinks your kid is the cutest kid on the planet. And she's like, he looks just like Kendo. So, and my mom's one of the people that can see that in every child. That's that person's kid. All right, Mom, you're right. So
that picture you sent us, I saw of him with the two bottles. I was like, that's Kendo's kid.
Oh yeah,
150%.
Yeah, where he's double barreling the milk bottles.
Yeah.
His dad's done that with beer bottles. We've seen him do that.
Yeah, and it's just like, no, that's 100% Kendo's kid.
Wait till you show him Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's just going to connect with that one. He's going to.
Oh my God,
no. I am not related to Chick Hicks, but I used to lie and tell people I was related to Eric Hicks, who was a college basketball player, and for some reason people thought that was cool. I get asked if I'm related to all sorts of Samoan people. I get asked if I'm Puerto Rican. I get asked if I'm every color under the sun. Dion knows. He's been there with me.
Yeah.
See, well, there you go. Yeah. Hey, that's how we take the show to the next level. You become Puerto Rican, so now we can actually check off a different box. Now we got the Latino thing going.
Hold on. Let me go with Samoan because I have been mistaken to be related to the Anawa'i family by a lady who was married to fucking Rosie, superhero in training. I think I could lie my way into the WWE as a writer. I'm like, yeah, I'm The Rock's 14th cousin. Look at me. And they'll be like, oh, okay, sure.
Probably.
That would be the funniest and most pro wrestling shit if a writer for the WWE or AEW or TNA lies like, yeah, I'm a member of their family, but I also I'm a writer. The physical part, that wasn't my thing. I like to write and create stories. They were like, shit, man, that's awesome. And the only thing that blew it up was when you got to the big story and they asked you, so which one is Jeff Hicks on? And they were like, who?
You know what the real kick of the dick?
They wouldn't even ask. They'd look at me. They would never question it, Dion. They would just be like, "Oh yeah, go on in, no problem." It's like 40 years later. They're like, "So, who's your cousin?" Nobody. I'd lie and say it's my cousin Roman.
I was gonna say, the kick of the dick would be is you did say, oh yeah, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, yeah, he's like, one of my cousins or something like that. They'd say, oh, okay. They would probably like either call him or send a letter. Like Triple H would send him and be like, hey, Rock, your cousin Jeff is here looking to get a writer job. And Rock would probably, his family's so goddamn big, he'd probably be like, I do have a cousin Jeff. And you'd be like, yeah, that's my cousin.
Should I try this?
That is actually, yeah. That's like it's a generic name. It might fucking work.
Yeah,
I mean, the worst thing that happens is that you don't get the job. Worst thing that happens is you don't get the job.
Yeah,
Right.
and like the due diligence would probably end right there until like The Rock finally decides to show up to fucking Greenwich, Connecticut for some reason one day and show up to the new Titan Towers and want to come see his cousin Jeff. And then when he sees you, he might be like, "We're not related," or he might be like. Or he might have a relative that looks enough like you that he might mistake you. It's all possible.
I'll just dye my hair black because then I'll look just like everybody else in that damn thing.
There you go. But no. Make sure you go to TNA because Nikita Lyons is there.
No, she's in NXT.
Oh, sorry, NXT. Yeah. NXT. That's what it is.
That's wife material.
You always remind me why you're my freaking boy. She is just, and because Jeff and I've been talking about like
so
she's
big,
awesome.
Dion.
No.
That ass has
I'm
its
a giant
own fucking
dude,
gravitational pull.
It does. It really does.
I don't want to die anytime soon, but I'm willing to go down with that ship, okay?
Yes, 100%. I agree with you. Yes.
I'll have a smile on my face. They'll find me crushed in with a big old smile, and the show will die. Look, if that happens to me, guys, I want you to tweet out all the pictures of my remains. Like, yeah, here lies Jeff, Nikita Lyons.
It'll be hashtag snooze what it's gonna be.
Yeah, Nikita. How did your friend Jeff die? Nikita Lyons sat on his face, and that was it. But you know what? He was happy.
Sat, squeeze, put him in a head and arm triangle with their arms. Put my boy in a head and arm triangle with her legs.
I'm not gonna fight her.
Put him
I'm just gonna be like, ow, yeah, sure, do it again.
She put him in the anaconda vice with her legs.
Like a true player. And he enjoyed himself. And I would never wish that away for him.
It's like the last couple minutes of your life are the happiest you've ever been, and you die with a smile, and you never have to go down from there. Like, everybody has to come down from something. I wouldn't, because I'm dead.
Yeah. How many people did Nikita Lyons smothered with her ass?
No, he wasn't using that type of chemical.
I hope this gets clipped. We need to tag her in this.
Hold on, let me take a timestamp. If it gets into her, like, that'd be great. Yeah, let's just do it.
TNA, we talk about pro wrestling enough. We'll do a TNA podcast.
Send me the clip so I can put it on our Instagram, and I'll tag her in it.
What if?
Yeah.
What if she sees it? She likes it so much that she actually does sit on Jeff's face and kill him. The joke would have became real. And I'm kind of conflicted now at this point.
Well,
like, on the one hand, I know he's
I'm
happy.
willing to go, okay? It means I don't have to draw any more comics.
Well, no. Then what'll happen is we'll have to hire somebody to draw your last comic of you.
Yeah. Which
you just get one of the Usos to play me. Just get
there
some
you go. There you go.
Don't tell anybody. Green screen my back room.
We'll do your comic book and your true life story. Done.
I mean,
yeah, it's like
It'll be on Hulu. It'll be on Hulu. It'll be like 6 episodes long. It'll be great.
And one of those episodes will just be that epic rugby kid clip on loop for like 40 minutes.
That's all. It's gonna be.
You're like, here's Jeff in elementary school, and it's just epic rugby kid for 40 minutes on loop, just fucking running kids over.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember? Remember that nerdy Star Wars kid, Dion, the fat one that would spin around?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
That came across my feed the other day, and I thought we should do a parody of that next year. Would you be down to play nerdy Star Wars kid?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Count me in. 100%.
Bump slump, I'd be dead. So,
and if once again, like it's her, I wouldn't care.
Yeah. Overkill 161 sent to Super Chat says Jeff appears as a Force ghost as Yub-Nub plays. Like Dion and the guys are out there crying for me, and I appear as a Force ghost. And I'm like, that's okay, guys. Look who's here with me. And it's
you need to appear as a Force ghost to Baby OJ. That's who you do appear as a Force ghost to.
I'm gonna teach him how to troll his dad from the other side.
He does that good enough now. You don't have to help him.
You are now but the man, Patty. You must now go and train as my master trained me. You must go to Deja Vu. And you must go there to learn the ways of truth.
Listen, I hope Cinnamon's a deja vu again tonight, okay?
No, you know what'll
Some
happen
spice. 'Tis the
is
season.
he would show up as a Force Ghost, and when Baby OJ's old enough to talk, he's going to tell him stories about shit that happened with us before he was even around, before I even knew his mother. Like, he's going to come up to me like, hey, remember that time you guys went to IHOP and Dion passed out and Jeff filmed him for 40 minutes? Be like, how the fuck do you know about that?
I forgot.
It'll
about that.
freak you the fuck out.
Yeah. Be like, remember that guy was trying to like sell you those weird energy drinks at the IHOP? Be like, how the fuck do you know about this? You're 5. I've never told you about any of that shit. That's from 2018. You weren't even born for 4 years. How the hell do you know about what was going on then? Like, and you'd be like, hey, remember when you stayed at Erica's place and she said no parties if you guys peed off the deck? Be like, again, how the fuck do you know these things?
And he finally admits it to you. It's you know, Uncle Jeff keeps appearing to him like in a brown robe the whole time.
There you go. And then episode 10 is me like calling in an exorcist, be like, fucking gotta get rid of Jeff. I can't deal with him telling my kid these stories anymore. Yes, I know these things happened, but he doesn't know these things happened. How the hell
You call it exorcist. It turns into Bill and Ted 2.
Yeah.
He's not wearing a brown robe. He's wearing a nice pair of slacks and a $500 shirt. He's got a pair of sunglasses, and he's got a gold chain on one wrist and a gold Rolex on the other jabroni because you can't buy class.
Yeah. And the show ends with me and Jeff standing on like a volcano by Mustafar or something like that. Me screaming at him like, you didn't have to let her sit on your face. And then Jeff's like,
You said fuck.
What I did.
It was worth it.
You were the chosen one.
Don't you love that?
You would destroy the bullshit and not join them?
Oh my god. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh my god.
That's like probably
Dion,
3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, Dion was dead. Like as soon as he sat in that booth, he was gone. And like we wait to pack up his meal, his entire like he had 2 bites of it, and pack up the entire thing and throw it in the fridge at the fucking Airbnb.
His damn cheeseburger.
Yes,
he gets in every restaurant.
yes, yeah.
I try a burger, and Hilly and I just had this whole conversation, and she was like, I get it. After years, she was like, yeah, it would get annoying, but you want to try everybody's burger. I'm like, I know about a person if I try their burger. Same thing with a franchise. If you can't make a burger, then you ain't shit.
I agree.
That's true. That's true.
I found video
Oh
footage
my
of that
god!
night.
Oh my god!
They had unlimited steak burger, or the ultimate steak burger, Dion.
Yep.
I am 0 parts of me are surprised that you saved the video too.
It's not that I saved a
Hold
video,
because when I die, I expect some of this shit to be played.
buddy. All of this is on Google Drive. I went to click on it, and I was like, wait a second. Oh my god! This is the Weekend with Bearfucker. I found remember her?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Bearfucker. So
that would have been that was Horror Hound Cincinnati then. So that'd been what, 2018?
19.
Yeah, 19. So that'd have been March of 2019.
That
So
chick was awesome. Not
She
her,
was.
Yeah.
but the one in the middle that we all are paying attention to. She was cool.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was almost 6 years ago. Yeah, Bearfucker.
Yeah. BC before COVID.
Yeah. God, I missed the world before COVID.
God damn it, Jared Goff.
Did he throw an
Something bad
interception,
happened?
Dion?
Yes, he just threw an interception.
He's good.
Also,
for one
too,
game.
on that night, I found a car that said Dickmobile, and somebody had drawn. Oh God, never mind. I'll show you this. I'll send you this video later, guys. It's just the front of a car. It was destroyed. But that guy did try to sell us a bunch of shit. Remember?
Well, no. He didn't know. He didn't try to sell it to us. He's like, oh, here's my number if you want to get started in the franchise. It was a pyramid scheme. Yeah, it was a pyramid scheme. We put it in my car, and then I think when we left that Airbnb, I threw it in the dumpster. Like all of it. I was like, I don't know what it is. I don't want to try it. I don't want to have problems. Like throw it in the fucking dumpster. Yeah, God, and it was a case of it. I think it was like 24 fucking bottles or 40. It was a lot of them. It really was.
It was like a protein shake or something because we were daring each other. Like, are you gonna try it? No. Are you gonna try it? Like, dude, some drunk dude at IHOP just gave us these, and he wants us to try them and buy some off of them. No, I'm not fucking doing it. So we just took his card and threw it all in the dumpster the next morning.
Yeah, dude, that was because like he's like a sketchy look. Him and his like two friends were really sketchy looking. Like they were going to sell us crack cocaine or something. It was
they were
terrible.
aggressive too.
They were aggressive because the guy's like, hey, like for across the table.
He heard that we were a YouTube channel. He's like, hey guys, sell my shit. We're like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, it was very, very strange.
Speaking of strange,
we got shit going on. Stop it.
This segment's going to be strange for the people who listen to the audio portion because they won't see any of the videos and footage. So, folks, if you're listening at home, make sure you watch us live because it's the best way to get world-class entertainment. Shout out to our friend Virgil in the UK, by the way. New name, new listener. What's up, my friend? Hopefully those ladies warm up to you.
Yeah, but yeah, 'cause I think it's pretty cold out there right now. But yeah, make sure you're smashing the like button and at least pressing the share button, pressing copy so that YouTube thinks that you're sharing the link. Or if you really want to share the link, go ahead and do that too.
Yeah. Folks, it'll help us out. It'll help you out. We can make you more world-class content. By the way, I won't click on it, but I found videos of us hanging out with Cecil in New York. Found a lot of interesting stuff on my Google Drive, including Star Wars Celebration videos.
God, I see. I think you saw that 4 terabyte hard drive that has all that stuff on there.
Oh, I reformatted it to put a lot of video games on there.
Oh, so you deleted the footage?
Well, no, I put it on something else.
Reformatted.
I've been deep into emulation lately, so like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been playing PS1 in 4K. I got Dolphin now. I'm gonna go through Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess. So,
yeah,
folks, the reason I bring it up in the chat, would you watch live streams of me gaming vintage games just for fun, like in an afternoon or on a weekend? So
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't because you're busy playing games yourself.
Yeah, probably. Like
no. What is it? I took my PS4 with me to Tennessee when I was there for Thanksgiving, and I turned it on and booted up and upgrade all the shit. And I was just like, man, I need to get some physical games because I needed to get actually I downloaded Bully. Kendo, I downloaded Bully.
Good choice. Very good
choice. It was like a Black Friday thing. Hilarious game. Reminds me of Leisure Suit Larry in that kind of regard. It was so much fun. The graphics graphics aren't the best, but it's very much like GTA in a high school. I fucking love it.
Yeah, pretty much. My favorite thing to do is go into the dorm, pull the fire alarm, and then just grab people as they're running out, shove them up against the wall, name them the balls, and throw them on the ground. Or what you do is you shoot off the little you throw off stink bombs and things like that and the snap crackers, and then they get all mad, they go to run at you, and you just throw the marbles on the floor and watch them fall down. Half the time when I play Bully, I'm just literally going around just antagonizing, beating the shit out of people because it's but you also have to like advance enough in the game where the hobo taught you all the good fighting skills.
Yeah, I've only given him one transmitter so far. I have to find the other ones and give them to him. So yeah, it's happening slowly. I'm enjoying it. I'm like 5% through. It's been fun. It's been fun.
You learn the good moves from him, but also do your PE class where you go to wrestling because you learn like the knee drop into the you can tackle a person and then you fucking knee drop them right in the dick. So
yeah, I wonder that
fight winning move.
I wonder if there's like an upgraded version, physical version for PS4 that I can buy.
I mean, it's on Xbox Series X. There's a
I want because I kind of want physical copies of these games because I'm trying to I really don't like having the
but there's one problem. Physical copies won't always play on your new systems.
Oh, that's true.
You can have a physical copy, but then you have to go and get a console, 2. Make sure it hooks up. You have to get the conversion kit.
Oh, that's true. Fuck yeah.
But if you get the Bully Scholarship Edition, it's got more shit in it. There's a couple extra classes you can take, and I forgot there's a few other things you can do too. So
okay,
it's good. Yeah. Or you can just go buy a PlayStation 2 and just buy it on PlayStation 2 and play it.
Yeah, I might do that.
Well,
I'll look into it.
You can order all these things, parts, stuff, especially if you have a TV that has these connections, man. You know, you gotta kind of know how to maneuver in the technology age, because especially with things where we're someone said that PS2 still holds, I got a little conversion to put PS2 on this TV. So you ain't wrong,
Dion,
man.
If you're interested, I'm about to embark on a small investment for a great reward. So I was going to build a small PC to put behind my TV that could play classic games. Yeah. But I knew this, and I just did a little more research, but the Xbox Series S, which is the cheap version, has a mode called developer mode that you can switch your Xbox into. And while in developer mode, you can play every console ever because you can run emulators on it. So I'm going to buy a Series S Xbox. I'm going to run everything from Atari 2600 through Xbox 360 on this one system. And it runs all PS2 games. Like God of War is considered one of the hardest games to run on the system because of all the moving parts. It can run all the emulation because it's got the right chipset in it. So I'm going to basically, with a little bit of help, Nick, I might be asking you to help me acquire some of these ROMs. I'm going to build the ultimate game library and run it off of an Xbox. And then, folks, if you ever want to watch me Twitch stream it, I will have every game for you. It's like, Jeff, you need to play Suikoden 3. Okay, let's play Suikoden 3. Tenchu 2, no problem. Crash Bandicoot, you got it, dude. Like, I will have it all. So, folks,
keep me posted
I'm going to build that next year. Here's the thing. Once I do it, if you want, I will help you get one because it's literally a $300 investment, and then it's every fucking game ever from the X.
Listen, seriously, because especially now, work and shit is still. I mean, Hillary's still gonna be fucked for a while now, but my shit's slowing down, and especially as we're, I'll be like more, time where I'm not worried about work stuff. I'm gonna have the energy to do it because because we want to grow the channel and stuff. But dude, definitely for that reason alone, keep me posted on that and how much you got to do to put that together because I have no problem doing that because I'm about to have more time actually outside of work instead of doing shit like this and my whole days. Which by the way, the little nerd part of us, America, if you'll indulge me for a minute, Nick. Through work, we just bought this whole camera system that's like cloud-based. They do analytical shit. Like when we do like get together, we all get. Especially that's why I was pissed. Fuck you, Jake Paul. By the way, you guys, I'm taking you to my office because I'm buying all this new shit and I'm showing all you guys this shit because you guys would be like, that's actually kind of cool. So that's future note, Nick. The camera thing you're gonna love because I can log into it from a web browser, and when we hang out, I'm gonna log into it and show you the stuff that we can do with it. That being said, keep me posted on that, Jeff. Because dude,
I gotta probably fly. I probably gotta fly out to Kendo and wire his entire house with like high speed Wi-Fi. So that'll happen.
To be fair, that's literally you're wanting to just come hang out in Vegas.
Oh, 100%. But I mean, if I can wire your entire house with fast Wi-Fi, you can get wireless. You can get wireless in every corner of your house, even the front or backyard. Why not?
I'm sold.
That's fair.
The future, baby.
Because I did it for mom in Tennessee. Like from one end of the house to the other, fast internet, no problems. Like every Roku in every room works. Like it's great. I even have what is it? Uninterrupted power supplies, batteries hooked up to them. So like if the power goes out, she'll have internet for like probably 3 more hours. Nice. If the power goes out. So then there's that too. So like I have it wired up. So we're good.
Hey, if we're gonna start having game content in 2025, the chat was saying bullshitter versus bullshitter in Mario Kart. I'm down.
Oh my god!
You better not threaten me with a good time, because especially when y'all. I mean, I'm not telling you guys like you don't know. We get a little streaming night going, get some brewskis and some bourbons flowing through me now. I've become pretty cutthroat.
I'm okay with that.
Mario Party. I do not fuck around.
That's fun. I think what did I recently see? I think I just saw like there's a VR version of Halo 1 out somewhere.
I'm ready to play.
Yeah. We could always do Halo as well. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Nick, we got messed up and tried to play Halo down at your house for Dragon Con. That did not turn out very well.
No, because we pushed in. We did. I think out of the 20 games we played, we probably won like 2.
Which is weird because you and I both have a good track record.
Sometimes you get knocked back down to the bottom. The fun part is getting back to the top, baby.
Well, I mean, like, and we were all side. Were we inebriated? I think we were. I don't know.
We were not sober at all. We were
okay. Good. I was making sure. But yeah, we had like Little Caesars pizza and like all kinds of stuff.
Many things we had imbibed.
We did. We had a good fucking time. But yeah, that was a good time. I'm glad I got to show you around all the like the nice places and shit.
I'm just glad we went to a Little Caesars that didn't suck.
And like that place was walking distance. We didn't have to drive, but like. I'm glad we did. I'm glad we did.
I think we should do it again when I come visit you next year.
Yeah, man. Buy your Dragon Con tickets already, and
Oh shit, I will.
Yeah. they go on sale like a month after it ends. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, I had a good time. I just wasn't like I was pumped for it, but I also didn't think about it like that soon. It's like, oh, that was a fun time.
Yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, it's no big deal. The price goes up, I think, every like 4 months, but it's not like unreasonable. It's not.
Well, it has
bad.
barely been 4 months since the convention, so I'll check it out now.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. But yeah, like we'll do the same thing we did last time, and like hopefully we can get up a little early and try to leave.
Now, folks in the chat, come hang out with us at all of our cons. I will make announcements early next year for where we're going to be. But back to the gaming for 10 seconds. Shoot us an email, info@worldclassbullshitters.com. You can pick what games we play. Now, of course, we're not going to play like Pepsi Man. Well, we might play Pepsi Man. Fuck it. I'm not going to put any.
There might be a night where we would try a couple of them that are really bad and see how it.
Yeah, it'd be really bad for us to not play it.
I have a feeling we're going to have some fun with this very soon. I got to pick up a couple things in Michigan, Dion, if you know what I mean. And next year we'll have a lot of fun gaming. So,
yeah,
my man.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a couple. Dude, you realize I'll be up to visit you in what? 1, 2, just about 3 weeks.
So Hillary and I were just going on about how excited we were. So dude, I can't fucking wait. I think I still didn't. My punk ass still ain't got Call of Duty yet.
That's okay.
I still been lazy, but I'm like, yo, at the worst case scenario, I'm gonna get that shit. We gonna do. Listen, the whole family's pumped to see yo large self. So just know that.
The funny thing is, normally I got the kids all lined up for Christmas gifts, right? You, my friend, are the one I bought a ton of shit for this year. I'm like, all right, Dion needs this and this and this. Like, I got to figure out what the kids want. Shoot me a message. But like the boys, you and Hillary, you're done. I still got to get something for Diane and the boys, but you are like bought for. I'm ready. Like today I was sitting there making up the box. I'm like, shit, Dion's going to like this. So, I don't know why I'm telling the audience that. See, folks, that's the thing you get with this show.
We got to a vibe. Our bad, America. We got to a vibe. There's 4 homies hanging out.
Yeah, that's what world class content is. Genuine friendship.
Yep.
My friend's gonna become my son's Force Ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta stop singing those notes, else I'm gonna get sued by Disney. Not from stealing solo, but from singing their fucking music.
Oh God, I don't know.
All right, let's keep this show rolling, folks. In the chat, pick us a random topic. We'll riff on that. But until you do, did anyone else have anything to bring? Because you guys got that message I sent you earlier today. Nick, did you have something?
I had a couple things. I mean, do you want to talk about the assassination that happened in New York yesterday morning?
Yeah, I need to know. This is news to me.
Okay. Well, let's see. According to New York City police, they continue searching for a man who assassinated the CEO of United Healthcare Wednesday morning before 7 a.m. He waited outside his building, and like there's very, very clear video footage of like him in the hoodie with a gun. It looks like it has a silencer. It looks like a Walther PPK with a silencer. But like he shoots the guy, and he's not skilled because the way the shots landed, I think one landed in his chest, one landed in his calf, and I forget where the third one landed. But he wasn't skilled enough. He wasn't an actual assassin, but like he waited long enough to shoot the guy, and like the guy died on his way to the hospital.
Face, Nick?
Huh?
You see, they got angles of his face.
Yeah. They just like I've been watching this stuff on Twitter and on YouTube. They just got his face, but he also had things engraved on the bullets. Let me see.
On the casings.
Yes, on the casings. He had them engraved with wording. Apparently, it was also in reference to a book about how insurance companies are, able to deny you all the time. It's funny because, like, not really funny, but United Healthcare is the ones that do the most denials of, for services, for medical stuff, and all those doctor visits and things like that. Because apparently they put up an AI that like just does it automatically now, and it's one of the worst. And he got shot. He died at the hospital. This guy literally took a city bike and rode off. And it's been 36 hours. They haven't found him yet, as far as we've heard. I mean, we don't know what's happening with NYPD or anything like that. They haven't said anything. There was apparently pictures of him at like a Starbucks or maybe even a hostel that he was staying at as well. there's a lot of speculation, nothing concrete yet, but it was just like it was funny because I want to harken the story because like as soon as the internet heard about it, nobody gave a fuck. They were like, good riddance, fuck him, because he's worth billions of dollars. He's worth billions of
nuts.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, the guy was on a skilled shot. I think it was like 3 shots and like, because usually when you see like when you hear an assassin, you're like 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. Like that's usually they're more precise with what they do. This guy he knew what he was doing. He staked the guy out, and also he did it during the winter where he had to wear the most clothes. Like he knew it, and apparently from what the wife said is like they've had death threats before, but you know she didn't tell news media who it was exactly. I'm sure she told the NYPD, and like it's all private now. But like there have been a lot of death threats for them. I mean, come the fuck on. He's worth billions of dollars in for a healthcare company that denies. I think the number was 47% of claims. Like it's really high.
I got to get my mom Medicare off of that shit because she wanted United Healthcare because she knew the name. I got to get.
Yeah, it's funny because a few days before that we heard about Blue Cross Blue Shield denying anesthesia because they only were going to let you have it for 30 minutes and then like it was going to cost more. It wasn't covered by your plan or something. It was really idiotic. After this, they've taken that back. But it was one of those things that hit news I think a couple of days ago. But yeah, all these healthcare companies kind of shitting their pants and stuff. It's kind of funny, but everyone has been like, yeah, fuck him. The healthcare industry's shit, and nobody cares, and they're still trying to find the guy. So we know nothing. I just thought it was kind of interesting to talk about if you guys have any insights into it at all.
Fourth down right there. Yeah, a bunch of the memes were. And comments on a lot of the articles. One was, sorry, but my give a fuck is out of network today.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah,
crazy, and especially it's after an election, right? So we're coming out of that haze of an election, and you're seeing all of the major news sources on both sides how they're handling it.
Yeah.
And, everyone that obviously, all of us that get our news and stuff from other sources like YouTube and Reddit and all that, it's the way they're covering it is like, you see how major networks and media outlets are covering this and how they're focusing on certain things, but they're just like, oh, it's just a CEO of, we were talking about this morning. And obviously us, my job being to an insurance company and Hillary having so much experience specifically in personal lines of insurance, the company that dude works for is notorious between individual brokers for being one of the worst providers in the world.
Yep.
And it's like, that dude was going to a Christmas celebration in New York City.
Yeah. Yeah, it was at like the Hilton or something down there. That's what he was leaving, or he was going there. I forget. Like it was something like that.
He was going to the tree lighting ceremony.
Yeah, that's what it was. And like, I have the casings here on the screen. The 3 casings of the bolts he used apparently was a 9mm gun, from what we've heard so far. Deny, defend, depose. Those were the 3 casings that they found. And mind you, this was not written on the casings. This was carved in. There's a difference. They're carved into 9mm casings, so I don't know. Like if it was written with like a Sharpie or like a paint pen, that's different. The fact that he carved them in is like he was dedicated.
Yeah. It is like, whew, it is. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive.
And I mean, so it's funny because I've seen other memes where people are like, oh man, it's a terrible thing that happened. Don't kill the CEO of this company who lives here. And I was like, damn, it's funny how like we've gone to a point now where like we've heard about aliens, nobody fucking cares. We've heard about other things, nobody fucking cares. A billionaire dies from a healthcare company, which, oh, woe is me. And like people are just like memeing the fuck out of it. I fucking love it.
Listen,
we've gotten to a point where like they're like the fucks that people have now have
well, I told you guys
dropped to 0.
I told you the next big story isn't about anything but class warfare. That's the next big thing.
Yeah.
This is just representative of that. People are out of sympathy for other human beings because of status and class. And I hate to say it, some of these people are just so greedy and shitty. Like there's no tears to be had.
Yeah. And it's what is it? Yeah. And it's funny because the death of this man has brought both sides together. Because
right, I mean, it's crazy. It's,
yeah.
I mean, we listen, and we're obviously, seeing, no matter how you feel about the phrase mainstream media, right? One side of it or the other, there is clearly a way that mainstream media is covering this. And there's clearly a way that other sources of media that are not as corporately aligned are covering this. And it's such a stark difference. No matter what large news entity you listen to, and I literally mean no matter which one, because there's only a couple, right? Because they all deal a lot in money. They all listen to sponsors. They're not, your source that you trust that's independently ran and all that, but they all are covering it one way. They're all covering it no matter where you fall on the spectrum, and then everyone else is covering it another way. And it's crazy interesting. It is what a time to be alive. And you hit it on the head, man. The differences in class. It's going to be very interesting what we're all talking about and how we're talking about this, a year removed from the election, and everyone's kind of realizing, like you said, there's a lot of differences in class here. And yeah, man, that dude carved it into the casings of the bullets. It takes time.
Too. Well, people have been dehumanized because they can't afford to pay certain things. So now people are pushing back against it. And I can't advocate for violence ever, but I mean that Joker quote's starting to pop up to my mind right now.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking at claim denial rates by insurance company. Apparently, Kaiser Permanente is only 7. Apparently, the industry standard is 16. But UHC is the worst. Sorry, I was way off. It wasn't like 47. It was like 32%. 32%, which is still apparently the highest.
A lot.
That's a third. That's a third of claims. Yeah, it's a third of claims.
A lot. Yeah. Well, that's like you said. It brought everybody together. All of us in the middle that just, on the lower end of the spectrum that just completely fucking hate insurance companies because we have to pay for this shit and we can never really use it the way we're supposed to. So of course we fucking hate the insurance companies.
Yeah.
And when you do have to use it, they find every way possible that they don't have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it's terrible. I know I remember hearing the stats on some other videos that 67% of the US, if they had a big medical problem, they would go bankrupt. And that's one of the main reasons people go bankrupt in the last 5 or 10 years is because of medical payments and medical stuff like that. Big procedures. If they
70,000 Americans a year die from specifically due to not being able to afford healthcare.
Yep.
That's fucked up.
It's wild. It's
70,000.
Yep.
Listen, we talk about on the show. That's why we'd be like, "Hey, you doing all right? You doing all right?" Like, yo, because we live in the States, baby. We know what that means.
Yeah. I do find it ironic that one of the better ones that doesn't deny very much is named Kaiser.
Kaiser Permanente.
Well, that's out west, dude, where everything's like, oh man, you need to get elective surgery to change whatever. We'll cover it, no problem. Hey,
yeah, they'll also
life-changing heart surgery. Nope, you're dead.
Well, out west, if you have life, if you need care like that, then also throw in a couple of lip fillers too. Yeah.
Maybe that's what I should do tomorrow. When I get into work, I should get the union lady on the phone and be like, "Hey, can I get that fucking Kaiser Soze fucking insurance thing? I heard they'll let you get anything."
Probably.
I want Kaiser Soze insurance. Though.
Kaiser Soze.
Nick was telling me about it. I don't know. Kaiser Soze, Kaiser Wilhelm, whatever it is. It's only got a 7% denial rate.
Yeah, and the three that are I guess below the industry average are Kaiser Permanente, Oscar, and then M Better. That's what the list says that I'm looking at. So
I think Am Better is somewhere around here because I think they sponsored the NASCAR race I took my nephew to.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, but some and the video the video's crazy because the gun jams and he knows exactly what to do. And he goes to keep shooting the guy, and I was just like, "Shit, he's practiced. He knows what he's doing. He's really thought about this."
Well, now that it was mentioned, I pulled up old CNN here, and according to CNN, flirting is what led to significant clue in the search for the shooting suspect. New NYPD's person of interest pulled his mask down for a hostile employee showing his face, sources say. He also supposedly got to New York on a Greyhound bus.
Oh man.
That's
it's gonna be the Boston bomber all over again. They're gonna lock down the city. They're gonna like use like heat sensing like drones and like robotic dogs to like track his ass down. That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, and according to Fox News has the headline still going. So CNN and Fox are still both headlining this, and I checked both throughout the day, and they've both been headlining this. It says suspect in CEO's murder traveled to New York last month from another major city, sources revealed. And when the little headline says he used a fake ID to enter a hostel, and then something else about how the gunman's weapon could work against him. What does it say? Skeptical gunman was a professional, zeroes in on weapon of choice. So they're saying this was not a professional. Well, duh.
Yeah, because I mean,
says, speculation is that it's a professional hitman. I'm like, a professional hitman doesn't get seen doing it.
No, and a professional hitman's gun doesn't jam like the way he did in the video. And I was like, it's like he knows what. Luckily, I mean, once again, he's used the gun. He knows what he's doing to a point, but like, it jams in the video. This is like no professional would let their tool do that if that was the case.
Yeah, no professional is going to sit there standing on the street corner waiting for the guy for hours in full camera view.
Yeah, you would do it with a sniper rifle from like the third floor.
This isn't Agent 47, where everybody's oblivious to everything going on around him.
Yeah. But also like the gall of the CEO to just walk around New York like with no protection or security, not even one dude near him, is just kind of like he thought he was untouchable.
Well, not only that, but
would have one of those mini submarines.
Yeah, well, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Yeah, but Dan, what were you saying?
Well, to your earlier point about he thought he was untouchable. Like especially small snippet of stuff going on. It's post COVID. All this stuff going on about insurance, about affordable health care. And, this dude is worth billions of dollars. Like you said, think he's untouchable. His company is known as one of the worst providers. And he's just out and about New York. That's a lot. That is a lot. You're the face of your company that a lot of people don't like.
Yeah, because because once again, the video is like he wasn't even. I don't think he was even walking. He wasn't even getting to a car where a driver could open the door. He was walking down the street, and I'm just like, you're worth this much money, and you're a shitty insurance company. No fucking nothing. Not even a security dude the size of Jeff near you. Nothing.
Well, 2 points to that. First, I want to go back to the where I mentioned I looked at CNN and Fox and they're headlining it. Back to Dion's thing. I went over to MSNBC and there is nothing on their front page about it at all. It is all,
cupcakes and rainbows.
Yeah, it's all politics and all this other stuff. So it's like you wouldn't even know a CEO of any company got shot on that page. But yeah, so I don't think it's a case of where he was like, oh yeah, I'm nothing's gonna happen to me. I think he was just figured I'm the faceless CEO of a healthcare thing. Nobody knows who I am. What the hell do I have to be worried about? Apparently, one person knew who he was and was very angry at him. So,
well, so when I say that, one of the things that came out after this story broke was that when looking into, obviously, because a lot of things that happen, one thing that they look into is people that because most of the shit when there's a violent something happens, it's someone that the person knows, and so something came up from either his wife or from his staff that he was meeting to go to this tree lighting thing, was that they thought that it was some disgruntled customer. Now that doesn't come out this early unless that is something that is a concern. So if, from a security standpoint, particularly if the CEO of the company that I work for is worth a couple $1 billion, that usually means that I'm getting paid pretty well in the ideas of those people, right? And if you get word that a particular case went down where there's a disgruntled customer, and say he mentioned, hey, I'm gonna meet you somewhere and I got da for you. The fact that you went to one of the most populous cities in the continental United States and he's just getting out of a car in Rockefeller Center by himself, that's crazy. And obviously, so a lot of things have to come out. But the fact that got leaked as a possibility, was there a big case? Did a customer, did a client say something that we heard that this dude was talking about? He's got heat for you, whatever. It's just amazing that he had zero protection in New York City as a CEO of a billion with a B dollar of $1 billion company. That's crazy.
No.
Here's what I want. I want this to be one of those things where we all think it's this, and it turns out to be something as simple of him and his wife didn't have a prenup, and she wanted out because she wanted to run off with Enrique.
You know what?
Shit like that has happened.
Power of the Nookie.
Shit like that has happened enough in the past that I want it to be something like that. So that way, all these people that have all these like bright ideas about all these, shadow figures in the dark manipulating all these things, it turns out, no, he was worth more dead than alive to his family, and that's why this happened.
Dude, if that happens, Netflix will buy the rights to that yesterday, and it'll be an 8-part series in like 3 months.
Yeah, the shooter will still be white, but the CEO will now be black and gay.
Oh God, no, and like that. God, that's one thing I didn't think of. I don't know why I didn't think of. The conspiracy theories tomorrow are going to be like really rampant. It's going to be wonderful.
And
if my scenario comes out to be true, timestamp this and date it and be like, on December 5th at 7:41 Pacific Standard Time, Kendo put out the theory that his wife wanted him gone so she could run off with her boyfriend, and that's what happened. I'll be like, Dion will tell you, based on somebody that follows into crime statistics, who are you most likely to be killed by? Somebody you know. If you are married, who are you most likely to be killed by? Your spouse. If you are a man, why are you most likely to be killed? Because you have insurance on you and your wife has found somebody else that she would rather be with. So to have you taken out of the picture so that she and Enrique can run off to a beach.
She and Enrique. Fucking.
I know Enrique. He's usually in the chat.
And if the wife gets killed 9 times out of 10, it's because husband found out about Enrique and wants her out of the picture, and he doesn't want to lose anything.
This is not our Enrique. This is a less chill Enrique. Our Enrique, you can go have a beer with, chill out, talk about WrestleMania with. It's a different Enrique. He's not our Enrique.
We're talking about Enrique Iglesias. He's running around.
He's a dick.
Enrique has a large back tattoo.
And a couple priors.
Yeah, he's going to come along and bailamos with everybody's wife.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
It's just dancing. Come on, guys.
Yeah, oh this means we dance.
It's just dancing. She probably met him at a salsa class. That's what it was.
It was a class, all right.
Maybe, or it could have been a yoga class.
The husband thought she was making salsa, but she was,
different
she was yoga. And Henri was there with his ponytail, and she just couldn't resist.
No, if it's yoga, it's Raj. It's Raj.
Yeah.
Raj the yogi.
Raj the yogi. He's
no.
Raj or Denzel.
He's got the fake accent. He's got the long hair.
No, rich white women wives, middle age, do not run off with Rajes. They run off with Enrique's or Henri's or something like that. Nick, you have not paid attention enough.
Or Tyrone's.
You better call.
They don't usually run off with them. They just call them.
Oh God!
Because anytime those murder mysteries come out and the wife hires somebody to do it, it's never they will hire Tyrone to do it. Never runs off with them.
Oh my God!
I watched a lot of Investigation Discovery. Okay, I know what goes on.
Some would argue you've watched too much.
You said it earlier. We follow these things, and I'm so confident in what you just described. Also, that I'm saying we might have to wait a couple months. We may have to wait a year and a half before this comes out.
Yeah.
And what Kendo described is very, very possible. That still happens in the 2020s, baby. It still happens.
No,
Listen, we live in a timeline where there was almost another Russian uprising. A billionaire's his wife's side piece hiring somebody is very plausible in 2023.
Listen, my theory is he was a product of MK Ultra, and the FBI got to him and gave him his code word.
Yeah,
and it all went into play.
Yeah, they went up and
his
whispered.
code word, Nick?
Pew pew.
Spelunk. His code word was Spelunk.
Oh, okay.
Now, how did he get activated, Nick? Did he get activated like Summer and Serenity, or did he get activated like our boy Lee Schreiber in Manchurian Candidate?
Manchurian Candidate, 100% Manchurian Candidate. Where they say his full name and rank like 3 times. It's like, God, that movie was. I recently watched it again. That movie is so fucking wild. It is so wild.
Which one
I
you
love
watched,
that
the
movie. I
original or
gotta
the
watch it. I haven't watched
The remake, actually, the remake with Denzel.
Yeah.
Oh my
Denzel
God, dude.
Washington. It's always a good choice.
Both versions
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah.
Both are great.
I haven't watched the old. I've never watched the old one. I probably need to, but the new one, like, I
You should watch
recently.
it
He's got Sinatra.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can believe. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I need to get the old one and watch it. But no, I watched because it popped up on some VOD thing, and I was like, I need to watch this. This was a pretty good movie, and I really watched it, and I was like, fuck, this is really good. But yeah,
we should watch that one, the old one together. I haven't watched it in a long time.
100%. And we'll watch the old Ocean's 11 as well.
Yes. Oh, I have not watched that. I don't think I've watched that since my mom died.
Yeah,
Then let's watch it.
yeah. That
That
one's one of my.
We love that movie, especially the end of the movie of Ocean's 11 when they're all just walk after what happens. You know, we'll do a spoiler in about 2 minutes for those who haven't seen the old one. But when they're all walking down the street and they're all just like, that's my mom's favorite. The end of the movie, we're just like, damn, we
They were
had it.
cool dudes.
Yeah.
But and that was like 1960s Vegas where there were like 5 hotels, not like 1,500.
When the strip was literally the strip.
Yeah, it was just a strip of pavement. That's all.
Shoot.
Now you got so much bullshit Kendo knows.
Yeah. I can tell you all about it. I can see some of
With
it
his
from my
spicy
window.
soy sauce wife.
Do they make a spicy variety of soy sauce?
I'm sure they do.
Oh, yeah.
They
We
do.
love fried cheddar in the Philippines.
I had a lot of ponzu in my refrigerator. Does that count for anything?
Oh my
Kendo?
God.
I don't know, but as soon as the show's over, I will ask her. I'm like, "Do they make spicy soy sauce?" And she'll tell me, and then I will immediately message you guys and be like, "Yes, there is a spicy version of soy sauce."
It's just what I wanted.
Hold on. Let's see.
Usually she's just the angry version of soy sauce.
Damn it. Oh God.
Well,
Yeah,
Nick, is it?
I guarantee you. So that's the thing is, if things went down, she would not have me killed to get my insurance money. She would just be like, "Why don't you just move back to Camp Kendo?" I'd be like, "What's the catch?"
Buddy, you're just not going to wake up one morning. I wouldn't put that much faith in it.
Let's see.
Brutal
Okay,
is brutal.
I found it. It's big tuna hot soy sauce, spicy soy sauce. It's $9 a bottle.
Big tuna?
Big tuna. That's what came up on Google. So
I don't want to buy anything called big tuna. That smells like. That
Isn't
smells
that
like
from
tuna
Wasn't that a reference from a movie?
it may be, but there's
No,
also big tuna teriyaki sauce.
Unless you're thinking of Big Kahuna Burger from Pulp Fiction.
That's what
Yeah.
we're thinking of.
That's a tasty burger.
That is a tasty burger.
Yeah. So that's that's what I found literally because everything else would everything else was like dumpling sauce with like spicy sweet soy sauce, but it just wasn't like the full thing. But there's like spicy soybean paste or sauce or whatever, but that's different. So
Most of the stuff I'm looking at here, it's all about how to make your soy sauce spicy.
yeah, that was you got to click on shopping or whatever. Then that gets to the section of like buying them. So
Which, based on the fact that I live with an Asian woman, I can tell you that typically if we want a sauce that's not exactly soy sauce and not exactly something else, we just mix it together.
yeah, and then put in a squeeze bottle and label it.
A little bit
Yeah,
of fish
or
sauce.
Put it, we're gonna put fish sauce with soy sauce and vinegar and chili peppers, and we're gonna muddle it all into this bowl with some garlic, and
There you
that's
go.
our sauce, which
There you go.
usually goes on the noodles, and it's actually pretty good.
Stop! You're making me hungry. I've already had some Jack Daniels. I could go for some noodles.
Working on finishing the whole bottle, aren't you, Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh God, no! I gotta go. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I gotta go to a fucking Christmas party tomorrow night, so I can't.
Jeez, man.
Me too.
Look at you, Mr. Social.
I bought a Clark Griswold sweater for it.
Nice.
He all grown ass man now and shit. I gotta go to like Christmas parties. I go to weddings. Sometimes weddings I go to overlap with my close friends. Sometimes it's just family.
I went to a bat mitzvah the other weekend. Like, yeah, man.
Dude, actually, the reason I won't be on the show next week is because I'm going to a wedding in Jamaica.
I'm sorry.
Well,
what?
I'm going to an Indian wedding at an all inclusive resort in Jamaica next week.
Nick,
Where's yours
I'll be
gonna
in
be?
Jamaica next week at an
Montego Bay
for a wedding.
Hey, I will smooch up to your mom starting tonight if your wedding's in Montego Bay. I'm gonna be like, yo, pay for me, Mama Utam. Listen, I love your son.
We will do him one better. We will go hang out in Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for a wife.
Listen, just don't dress like a billionaire. You'll be, somebody else might shoot you. You don't want any
I'm a
problems like
simple
that.
goat herder. I'm gonna dress like a goat herder. Okay?
We're nice. We're nice. If we had access to $1 billion, yo mama is getting the best care. We use your insurance, world class BS insurance company.
Yeah,
we are not cheaping out. We're like, yo, look how this $1 billion we got. Your mama getting the best.
Be honest with yourself.
She need plural kidneys. We'll get her 2. We'll get her 3. You only need 2.
We'll take the kidneys off that assassinated executive. He doesn't need them anymore.
Right.
The hairs are probably full of like coke and ketamine.
I want Kendo to cut him out personally.
Oh Jesus!
World class BS insurance because we don't care who you voted for. We try to take care of our people.
You're all meat to us.
We go use it.
Yeah, be like, do you just want the job done, or do you want it to look surgical? Because there's only one option here.
Look, I'm gonna call him B.
It's not the professional one. It's like I've never cut open a person. Cut open some deer. It's pretty much the same.
The organs are all in the same place. It's fine.
Okay,
sure, Nick, we'll go with that.
I saw that website that I bought on GoDaddy called Meat Slappers for you guys. Whenever you want to make that.
It's the greatest gift of all time, folks. Meatslappers.com. Don't click on it.
It doesn't go anywhere.
Exactly. We don't want the audience to be disappointed.
Yeah.
But if you're going to click on something, click on the thumbs up button to let YouTube know that you enjoy this content. Let's read some super chats, guys. We got a couple that rolled in. First off, from TLJ Screwjob, who says, simul watching Mr. Rogers episodes where he goes to a diner. It aired on November 17th, 1982. His BLT sandwich cost $1.87. Thanks, inflation.
Reaganomics.
Dude, I got a club sandwich today. It was $14 with tax.
Oh, there was some place I went the other day because we haven't been eating out a whole lot, and I don't remember what it was, but like just a sandwich and fries. It was like $13. I'm like, Jesus, that's just too much.
It's getting crazy. Well, it kind of already is.
Yeah, I mean, you could still get a double at In-N-Out Burger, and it's only like $5.95. But I think they're smaller than they were like even a year ago.
That's the only thing I miss about California. Some of those local places had good food. Like In-N-Out Burger was not expensive to eat at all.
No, we go to In-N-Out Burger, and I think between me and her and whatever we get the kid, it's like $25.
Yeah, that ain't a big deal.
No,
they're too much money.
No, because there's other places we go, and it's like $40 or $45 for a sit-down dinner, and it's like it's a bit much.
Yeah, it's a rip. Folks, this has been your economic talk with world-class bullshitters. Tonight we're bitching about the economy. Next week we'll talk about something else. Hey, should we get a replacement for Nick? Should we get the pinch shitter to join us next week?
We could probably get Peter.
Well, let's ask him. TLJ Screwjob, thank you. I love Mr. Rogers. The only person I didn't like on Mr. Rogers was that weird lady with the reddish nose. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? She was a puppet.
Yeah, puppet lady. It was Lady something.
Yeah, she was unsettling to me.
Lady Ketamine.
Lady Ketamine, that's her name.
Yeah, Mac Miller's best friend.
Well, for a short time, anyway. TLJ Screwjob also says, same on Twitter. Hope Kofi gets a Jamaican accent back.
That'd be
Blake
awesome.
called him out. And then TLJ Screwjob also says, New Day and Big E's wife keeping kayfabe on Twitter. I've been following that shit. Have you guys?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
no.
she's awesome.
Yeah, she's
She
savage.
is awesome.
But that line about I don't have to eat any more of your bland ass dinners, that broke me. I laughed my ass off till it hurt. That shit was
I do love the dedication to kayfabe that still exists from some people. Like we all know kayfabe is dead and buried and gone, and it's never coming back. But it is really nice to see kayfabe still being kept alive in places like Twitter and things like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's okay to be in on the joke now, you know. And there's also it's always fun to see what people who work very closely together are okay to say to one another in order to be entertaining. And obviously it helps that because is she Gail Kim's sister?
I mean, she looks it.
She no,
I'm sorry.
no, but she's. I mean, obviously they're together. Obviously, and they, you know, their pictures together are awesome. But she's someone's. I think it's Gail Kim's sister. So you know, she's in on it too. And obviously, you know, he's been working with those two motherfuckers for over a decade now. So you know, they all know each other. So it's cool to see all that. You know, as bland as your palate or whatever. That. Oh my God, that's great. I thought the promo was great. I'm excited to see. You know, I'm excited to see this shit unfold for sure.
You know, Survivor Series wasn't bad, and overall, outside of the ridiculous WrestleMania ticket prices, I'm still entertained by wrestling. So hopefully, we don't get any stupid shit, and we keep moving forward because I love this kayfabe.
Yes, agreed.
Well, her name is Chris Yem, Kristen Yem.
Is she related to Maya Yim?
Yeah, it's gotta be. Oh, she's Oh my gosh, keep going.
I'm trying to track it down right now. Who is Big? Okay, here we go. Who is Big E Langston's wife? Everything about the New Day member. I don't care about the New Day member. I know about Big E. We're trying to find out what his name is, or his wife, because now we were curious. Let's see, Big E outside of wrestling.
Is it Christina yet? Oh my gosh, I was just looking this shit up a little bit ago. But anyway, she's in on the joke. And like you said, I'm outside of the WrestleMania
She's
prices.
very much in on the joke.
Yeah. Outside of the WrestleMania prices, dude, you know, I'm entertained for sure. And especially that finally the New Day is doing something interesting. That's what I'm excited about. It's been a long time.
A decade almost. They were good during COVID.
It's really been almost a decade. You know what I mean? Like, you know, ideally, it's been like 7 years since they've done anything interesting. You know, so
when they fought the League of Nations, that was like it.
You know, and then they were hosting WrestleMania dressed as Super Saiyans. That's cool, I guess. You know. But
if you're into that nerdy shit, which we are,
right? We are. That's cool. You know. It was nice seeing Xavier Woods win King of the Ring.
So here we go. Chris Yim is a makeup artist and social media personality. She is the sister of the famous wrestler, loosely used, Mia Yim.
Yay!
So there we go.
I mean,
there
good for Big E. I ain't gonna talk shit. I'm happy for him.
Yo, they seem, their Christmas pictures last year were hilarious. So, yeah, man, I guess he's been all about her for a while now. So. Yeah, man, she's funny on Twitter. You know, obviously I don't follow that other shit, but you know, overall I can dig it.
He got the greatest Christmas gift of all time, a ho ho ho. You know, we don't want that. I'm sorry. That's Jack Daniels talking, folks. Don't send this to Big E Langston. I don't want to fight him.
Or maybe do so we can start some beef. You know.
Well, I mean, listen, I'll start a little beef to get a little famous. I'm not gonna pretend like I wouldn't. To get the
I'll start some shit. I'll throw punches. If we
celebrity boxing's a thing, you know, give me a low level thing. Listen, we could cut great promos. My boy does art. He does videos. shoot, let's go.
Damn
My
right.
boy he films stuff. I could cut some great promos. Let's be
We
somebody.
can.
2025 is the year where we actually make video content that's like, short and unique stuff. We'll find time to get together and make it happen, boys. I want to do it. I think it'd be too much fun.
Yeah.
Our friend Xavier to God says, I would rather all three members be heels of New Day. Oh, so like when they debuted. I mean, I get that.
It went nowhere.
I think that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're gonna milk this. It'll be Biggie. I'm hoping this is an actual New Day push. They're gonna this is to get them all heel, and then we're off to the races, especially because they're trying to turn the Roman Reigns is a babyface now. So I think eventually this is for that, which I would love. I think that'd be very interesting, especially once they figure out this whole OTC thing out. I think
all the tribal chief shit.
Yeah, all the tribal shit's gonna get all done, and then we're gonna get babyface Paul Heyman promos. Because obviously we'll see what goes on there, but yeah, this is all to turn them all heel. I think that's my.
I hope that they can continue the momentum of that because, Survivor Series kind of skated by on a lot of goodwill, but I looked at a statistic and I definitely felt it while watching it. The show was an hour and 13 minutes of promos and commercials. And I love wrestling, but when they go to Netflix, it's going to be that much time every week. Like, I can't handle all these damn promos and commercials. And the thing is, they're promos and commercials for their own company. Like, it's like, yeah, you got to watch 5 hours worth of videos of the WWE shop. Come on now. Can we get something else? Like, I don't know. Like, everybody that was upset this week.
For sure.
Well, it's funny. Everyone that was upset this week, they're like, Nick Khan's like, we're not going to change and be hardcore. We're going to still be family friendly. And I'm like, well, no shit. Like, whoever thought that was delusional. They were never going to switch to R-rated content.
No.
WWE's making tons of money
Right.
this way. That ain't changing ever.
Yeah, they have no interest in cutting down on what they're doing. It's like, why? Like they can't. You can't say the wrestling. You can say there's one particular wrestling industry business that's kind of down in ticket sales and viewership, but WWE is doing the exact same thing they've always been doing, and they've been doing fine at it. And like I told one of our mutual friends, this is one going to TV 14 or something like that. If this is one of those things, it would have probably happened by now because it's been nearly almost 20 years that it's been, the PG era.
That's crazy. Damn.
Xavier to God says New Day started as faces in 2014 and then turned. I always thought they were supposed to be heels in the beginning.
No, when they first came out, they were heels. They were the New Day Rocks. They were the faces, things like that, and people just did not go for it. So then they turned them heel because people were already shitting on them anyway. So they're like, if we turn them heel, then that's going to work. And it actually worked because then the people hated on them and booed them, and they got over that way. And then when they became faces and essentially were doing all the cool costumes and throwing out pancakes and the bootios and everything like that.
So when they originally formed, before all that, when they were supposed to be the super Southern black guy heels, and it was that was when Xavier was still walking around as he had the suit and stuff on. That was when he and Kobe got together, and they cut a promo on.
Big E was talking like a Baptist minister.
Yeah, so it was all that was like so they were literally they were only heel for like a month in the beginning, but they technically started as a heel faction, and then this is still a Vince McMahon thing, and so then they were face, and then they were turned here. But they were originally the idea was that they were going to be like jumping dudes, and then and how about having faith and all that stuff. But so that it was only like a month, but technically, and
if they really wanted this. They really wanted to sell the heel turn. They should have just showed the video of Brad Maddox and Xavier Woods tag team and Paige. That would have made him heel for a lot of people that were really.
Nah, it was face all over hers.
I mean, it wouldn't have worked for me. I would have been like, damn, all right, you guys are totally into some shit. You're turning the same page. But, I would have been
Equally
like,
terrible joke, Kendo. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. They were on the same page, too. So.
Yep.
like it wouldn't have worked to make that, but there's a lot of people in wrestling that like fans that were all about Paige, and that would have made Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox super heels, and that could have worked, but it didn't.
If only WWE had the balls for that, dude.
Like
That would have been awesome.
Like you want to hate Xavier Woods and you want to hate Brad Maddox. Here's your beautiful little Paige being turned out by both of them, and she's enjoying it
With the NXT title.
Yeah.
I mean, do you respect the NXT title, Dion?
I respect it more now than I did with the tie-dye stuff going on. I'll say that.
Yeah, that era of NXT was absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, they fixed that real easy because Vince had to retire.
Yeah, I don't. Press 1 in the chat if you miss Vince McMahon. I don't at all.
No.
Nope. Not at all.
At least he'll probably get a pardon.
Stay your old ass away.
Do you think he deserves one? The answer is no. I know that.
I mean, the answer probably is no, but there's a whole lot of there's a lot of weird gray area, and so clearly what he did with that lady, especially with Johnny Ace involved in the picture. I mean, he should just go to prison just for tag teaming a girl with Johnny Ace.
I agree.
So let's just be fair. Like if you're gonna pull a 3-way and it's a devil's 3-way and you decide to drag John Laurinaitis along with you to be involved in it, that should get you put in prison just for that simple fact. But
Look, Vince loved loyalty, dog.
he did. You know, hey,
He had his little.
I'm gonna
heart
fuck this broad and you're gonna come with. Literally, you're gonna come with me. Oh yeah, boss. I'm 100% on board. So
That's such good shit, pal.
yeah.
God.
So like,
What the?
I don't know.
God.
I need to know it all because I don't know. Some of the text message stuff doesn't add up. Like one, Vince texts like a fucking 12-year-old girl, which is bizarre. And then, but you know, this lady seemed to be kind of into it. I don't know. I want to know all the facts before I make a judgment on that. Now, the other stuff that Vince has done, supposedly, yeah, go ahead and lock him up, throw away the key.
You mean I don't know, produce WrestleMania 25?
Jeez.
Sorry, that was just a terrible show.
Whatever happened to Paige? I know that she was a general manager for a bit,
AEW.
and then she's in AEW. She was doing like a fucking Twitch thing for a bit, and then I guess she went to AEW. So
She's
She went to
Soraya
AEW.
these days.
Yeah, she's Soraya, and she's in AEW, and she doesn't do anything on AEW TV.
that's hilarious.
She was
But
essentially
what she
brought
does
over
do
to-
is so unbelievably boring
Mhm.
when she was on TV, and then she pulled a page where she got mad, and and she's been off TV ever since.
I love how there was a fucking movie about her origin story.
It was actually
Oh.
Vince thought that she was gonna be
The Rock.
a big
Yeah.
deal, but she, sometimes you work so much it becomes a shoot, brother. And she chose
Yeah,
up her
like, it was
Oh.
one of Florence Pug's like fucking first movies.
It was actually a
Shoot.
fairly decent movie. The problem is they were planning on, hitching all these wagons onto a person that clearly had some kind of mental stability issues.
She already had a couple of wagons hitched to her.
Yeah, and then she got involved with Alberto Del Dipshit, and I don't think that helped her in any way, shape, or form because that dude's a fucking repugnant asshole as well.
Nick, that's called a wagon train. And it was run on her. Just want to put that out there. I'm sorry. For clarity, folks.
Yeah, just to Urban Dictionary the thing. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, the only reason why she went to AEW is because WWE wasn't going to let her wrestle anymore because of her neck. And her contract came up, and Tony Khan's like, "Hey, former WWE talent, I'm going to go ahead and bring them over to my channel. I'm going to pay them a shitload of money, and then I don't know what to do with it, and I'm not going to do anything with them. And then I'm going to wonder why that was such a great idea, but that's not working out." Which has been pretty much the Tony Khan story for pretty much any former WWE name that has become a free agent. He throws a fucking bag of money at them, and then they do absolutely nothing in AEW, like Mercedes Moan.
She's terrible.
She
The crowd isn't
it
even
just
behind her.
didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out. It was just fucking. It's ego, man. That chick is the worst.
Well, like, again, to Kendall's point about former WWE thing, stop doing the thing that you were doing right when you left WWE with just a different name. Like, she should have did something different. I don't care about this whole, just because you found a synonym for the boss.
Yeah,
That
I'm not the
been
boss.
what-
I'm now the CEO. Be like, oh yeah, well that's not a good thing to be in the last 24 hours.
Be careful, you might get
Well,
shot.
not anymore. And then they're piping in the CEO chant. It's like, that's not how this works.
It's
She can still
embarrassing.
wrestle, but I'm bored. I don't care.
I can't watch AEW not because I hate Tony Khan. It's because I can't watch stupid wrestling. And yes,
That's
I'm
fair.
comparing one wrestling to another wrestling and calling one stupid.
Well, video game wrestling is pretty stupid when you're watching it on TV and not, playing the video game.
That's fair. I enjoy wrestling video games, but like Here Comes the Pain or SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. Those are my wrestling games. Now, I'm glad we mentioned Enrique because Enrique is 16 minutes behind, but whoa, Dion is right. I'm cool, and we will have a drink, not a Killer Sensation Sancho. Predator button, please. Now, hopefully you want the She-Hulk Predator button because we had to axe the Axel Foley one. I know. I don't like it either, but copyright does.
Yeah, they really. Yeah, they've gotten more anal somehow.
Oh,
Well, they're all upset because Susan's dead.
I'm not laughing at her death. I'm laughing at the fact that Kendo made me laugh. Anyway, speaking of anal, here's some ass.
You one ugly motherfucker.
It only lasts this season.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I should write a book. How to Waste $1 billion. And then I just basically tell the history of Disney's last 5 years.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, how the House of Mouse went from winner to loser or some shit like that. I don't know, some witty fucking name for it. Doesn't
I bet
matter.
you I could write that book in a couple of months, put it on Audible,
Dude.
and buy
Oh
a
yeah.
house.
Oh no, I'm 100% sure. Just like, I don't know, you could probably do it with AI and do it even quicker, like in like a month, and just really.
To be fair, I don't use AI on my creative endeavors, but it's also Disney, so fuck them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, entirely fuck them. And I think even Mickey Mouse is public domain now, so you can put that on the. I think you can put that on the on the book.
Steamboat Willie version.
Yep, Steamboat Willie. Yeah, so you can put the old version of there, or even a shadow of it, and just say House of Mouse.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think.
No. What you do is you call it the story of Cleveland Steamer Willie, and then you tell, and it's like the story of how Disney shit all over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Spray fart.
You know what? How about you
Spray
guys come on over? We'll go down to the Hofbräu house and hang out for a little while, and we'll write the story. It'll be great. It'll be easy.
You have? Oh
Sounds
yeah,
good.
I've been to the Vegas Hofbräu house.
Me too.
I got one 7 minutes from me. That doesn't
Mine's
help.
like
But
15 minutes from me.
if you need Hofbräu house tonight, it's a little too late because the kitchen's closed. But what we can do is we can do a satellite call. We'll each go to our local Hofbräu house, and we'll call each other. Like, I'm here. Dion's like, I'm at home. I'm like, fuck, Dion, you're really aesthetic.
But I feel like a flight from anywhere for us to Vegas would be cheap as hell, though. I'm really convinced of that.
And then we got to go drink from the ski.
Drink from the ski.
That's a thing.
Ski.
Alpine Blast.
And then Germans come over and we have to battle them in a Das Boot competition.
I'll hang out with
Hey.
some German girls. They're
Yeah,
sturdy. I like them.
They're sturdy.
I'm not worried,
Legs.
dude. If there's anything that we should know is that Americans are 2-0 against Germany. We're pretty good against the Germans historically speaking, so I've got
That's
nothing
true.
to worry about.
And it's England 5, Germany 1. So
Oh,
you know,
God.
they're
That's-
not
Michael Owen
playing
is number one.
Jeff, we should go to Germany for Oktoberfest.
Yeah, dude, I speak German. I got to brush up on it, but ich spreche Deutsch.
Yeah.
Just watch Spider-Man 1 and 2 with German dubbing. You'll be fine.
So I'm going to learn how to talk to the Green Goblin in German.
Sure,
Yeah.
why not?
All right. Der Grün Goblin.
There you go. No, here, even better. Watch Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2 in German.
You ever seen the Beverly Hills Cop German poster? It's like a parody of Axel Foley. He looks like a minstrel and he's got a banana. It's the most fucked up movie poster ever. Dude, I'm not going to show it on the show, but it's a real poster. Look it up.
That's funny. That's funny as shit. But yeah, just watch it. Just watch it with the German dub. You'll be fine. Watch it a couple times. Watch some.
I'm literally just gonna walk around saying "Ich will habe," Brotzeit and just be like, "Yeah, that I want that."
You have bread what?
Yeah, the Brotzeit, the thing at the Hofbräu house where they bring you all those deli meats and cheeses and breads and everything. The bread plate time.
You mean the charcuterie board?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's crowdy. It's got sausages and roasted pork.
Ich esse eine Sausage.
Scheiße.
Ich esse eine nein, keine Scheiße. No shit.
Oh. Started speaking German. I thought of World War II, and then I thought of the.
Wait, you're having World War II flashbacks as well? Dion has them all the time.
No. I was thinking of. I was thinking of the movie Ungentlemanly Warfare, and then I just remembered that director is coming out with another spy movie coming out at the beginning of next year.
Wait, Guy Ritchie's got this guy. You know what? After he left Madonna, his life got better.
So that's 3 in a row for 3 years. He's done 3 spy movies, which the last 2 have been great. I'm down for it.
Operation Fortune was
all
awesome.
right.
I loved that movie.
Dude, I still watch it. I try not to watch it all the time. It's just so much fun and it's so funny. I love those guys and the way they work together. It's just it's so good. It's so good.
Jason Statham is awesome.
He is. He's
Nick, a little bit of advice for the German, charcuterie, whatever the fuck that board is called.
Charcuterie.
Yeah, charcuterie.
Chocolate.
Don't just dip it in the vinegar and put it on mustard bread. Don't ask what's in it. I'll tell you what's in it, but you don't want to know. Just eat it.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Just eat it.
Yeah, that's what she
Weird
said.
Al? Oh, it's turkey time. Gobble, gobble. Got it. Our friend Xavier to God says, would Vince's personal hell be different from the average person's? If so, what do you think his man's personal hell is?
His personal hell would be people sneezing and then people calling them breakfast burritos.
Fat people sneezing.
There you go. Fat people sneezing. Yeah, that would be his hell.
Or I don't know, Macho Man railing his daughter. No, Vince would watch.
He would.
Listen, Vince's personal hell would be working at a Walmart
as a greeter,
as a clerk, as just a regular.
Oh my god,
clerk working the counter. He would hate it,
dude. Yeah, that's right. It's got to be like the Walmart in Mississippi, like that.
Nope. Yeah. In Biloxi.
Yeah, in Biloxi, Mississippi, it's got to be that Walmart. He's gonna be like, "Fuck these people." But that's the only
Mississippi. Welcome to Walmart, Mississippi Power. God damn it,
Mississippi Power.
It's good shit.
That's his only source of income is whatever he makes there. That's it. He just live on that. Everything else has been given to his wife and whoever else.
Listen, living, working at Walmart, and no woman wants anything to do with him. It would be his personal hell.
He's halfway
him
there
by himself, living in a trailer
down by the river.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can't afford a van.
Yep.
I had real ideas, damn it.
That would be really bizarre if Vince not ended his life personally, but his life ended with him just being broke as a joke like he started. He came full circle like Navin R. Johnson.
That'd be funny.
That'd be wild.
It would be.
I don't wish anything ill on anyone, but I also would never poop on somebody. So Vince, no.
He's a shitty person.
Indeed, and Johnny Ace is worse.
Yep.
Our friend Kratos Raptor 85 says AEW is trash. Yeah, I can't watch it anymore.
I wouldn't say trash, but
dude, the newest ratings are awful.
What's going on with it?
So they dipped really down. Hey, stop it! They dipped really down low. I forgot what it was, but
they're under 500,000.
Yeah, they're under 500,000 on average now for the last few weeks. And like Tuesday night's episode of Dynamite, I think it ended under 400,000.
Yeah, they're like
segment.
height of Cena Raw right now.
Right.
But guys, it's college football season.
So here's the thing. I jokingly said something about that.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, I jokingly said something about Meltzer and one of the wrestling groups I'm still in when somebody posted that. I'm like, can somebody please do a health check on, like one of those wellness checks on Dave Meltzer? I feel like his brain is probably imploded. And somebody posted a comment from Meltzer replying to somebody about the ratings, and his reasoning was because of the election and the fallout from the election, more people are turning into CNN and Fox News, and that's what's hurting him in the ratings. I'm like, wow, okay, so it was football was the problem, and then that didn't work, and then hockey and basketball were the problems, and we're like, yo, that stuff happens every year. You know what's going to happen every year, but the ratings are worse this year than they've been in previous years, so that argument doesn't hold. My favorite was what they were blaming, like their last like really tragically low Dynamite before this became a trend was in June. And the common consensus, I don't know if Meltzer said it, I think Meltzer had blamed the Stanley Cup Finals, which were over at that point, and the really nice weather, unseasonably nice weather that people were, that was out that night. But then he also pointed out that it was Juneteenth and that Usher or somebody did like a Amazon concert, and that's what cut into their audience. To me, that was the greatest excuse of all time, blaming Juneteenth and nice weather for why AEW Dynamite's ratings went in the shitter. But since it's been like a trend since then that it's been down and just keeps going down and staying down and it's not getting any better, the fact that he's now blaming Fox News and CNN's post-election coverage a month later for why AEW is struggling is just great. He will come up with any reason why, except for maybe people just aren't interested because the show sucks.
I'm honestly surprised that like Jeff's tweet didn't he didn't blame those for the ratings as well.
I'll take blame for that. It's like, yeah, this guy that got 3 million views on a tweet, he killed AEW. Sure, it was me. It was me, Austin. All right, I don't care. I blame you.
Dude, that was the weirdest 3 or 4 days because my phone kept going up. I was like, what the fuck happened? It was a video you took out of nowhere for 35 seconds or something. I mean, it wasn't a minute. I forget. It wasn't very long.
Just for context, folks, AEW is so unpopular. My uncle was gifted an entire luxury box at an arena because nobody at his job wanted a ticket. So he calls me up that day. Hey, Jeffrey, you want to go to see wrestling? I'm like, WWE's in town? He's like, it's called AEW. I'm like, I'll go. He gave me 16 tickets. I had my own box. That's what you were watching in that video. It was lame.
But I also love that people watched 2 seconds of it and then made a comment on it. They didn't hear the sarcasm in your voice. I was like, good God, it was just hilarious.
That was Phil.
Okay.
I wasn't even talking. I was kind of toasty, and Phil was yelling up a storm. So
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Because I know somebody was being sarcastic in the video, and nobody got it. It was just hilarious. They're all like, "Oh, you guys are shitty. You don't know what's going on. Oh, it's a great show."
My favorite thing was somebody decided to go on the personal attack and say, we need to call these guys, blah 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 blah, and then they posted a picture of all 4 of us, and they said. And one of them was like, who's the one in the video that's yelling all the stupid stuff? And they're like, it's probably the white guy. So me, who was not even 1,500 miles away from the entire thing, was getting blamed for Phil. So I'm like, well, we don't all look alike, dude.
It's your fault personally.
Yeah, I remember you showed us that reply, and I was just like, yep, you get blamed for it. That's hilarious.
Yep, that's the way it works. That's the way it works on it used to work on Twitter was you can never blame anybody for anything unless there's a white guy present. Then you can say it was his fault. Yes, Daddy is the white guy that it's his fault.
It's your white guy tax for living in America.
Folks in the chat, tell us what Kendo is responsible for throughout history.
It's my white.
You get the blame now, white boy.
My white.
It's Kendo's fault for Iran Contra.
Thanks, Kendo. That really changed the world.
like 3 or 4 years old. So yeah, sure, I was all over that.
I mean, you were.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Dion got hurt by football.
4th down with 1:15 to go.
Shoot!
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot the ball.
Yes, that is your uncle, son.
Kendo is why AIDS happened and Pan Am crashed.
Oh my god!
I mean, Pan Am. We could have had Pan Am now, but them damn white boys.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
that was me.
airlines, there was one I learned about it and like how good it was. It was what was it? Hooters Air was no kids allowed. You had to be, I think, 21. You had to be 21, not even 18, 21 to get on it because they were giving you free beer on the flight. The flights were only from, I think, like Ohio to like parts of Florida. Like it was very like, one way. Yeah, it was very one way. And like the girls dressed scantily clad the whole time. You had good food. They even had games on the flight. They had like.
Where is the downside to this, Nick? And
I don't
why can't we go back in time?
No, I don't know. But I want it back. We need it back.
Hooters Air would be better than Hooters with a restaurant because their food's terrible. But
Dude,
it's for the scenery.
I've never been at a restaurant and tasted a microwave in my life ever. Unlike fucking Hooters, like it just tastes like they're popped in.
The cheap fatty ones, especially
Oh my god, they're so terrible. Like that's why like they're like in Atlanta, it's like Wing City here. Like it's just their wings as far as I can see. They're all
on, Jake. Wait.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, and he just went out.
Yeah, they're all over the place. It's great. And then yeah, it's Hooters food is fucking terrible.
Yeah. I can't think of a shittier wing than a Hooters wing. Folks in the chat, tell us who makes the shittiest wings. If you say B-dubs.
Just take the points. Oh shit, my bad.
B-dubs is
No! Oh god! Oh,
did he
that
miss?
was fucked up.
He's my fantasy football kicker since Butker's hurt. He better not have missed.
Oh wait, I better not zoom in on Dion. You can actually see the football game.
He almost fell down, dude. Goff almost fell down.
Who'd you say?
The quarterback almost fell down handling the ball off on 4th down.
Oh, I think you said Gronk. I'm like, is that motherfucker even play? I thought he was retired.
No, he's retired. He's making commercials with Sam Elliott.
Oh, good for him. Sorry, bad for Sam Elliott. Good for Gronk.
Oh, Sam Elliott clowns him in every commercial, so it's okay.
Hey, Dion, next week, are you just going to pirate football?
Probably.
All right, who plays next Thursday night?
Well, I have Amazon. I think it's. Oh shoot, Kanda. Who is it next week?
I have
I don't
Amazon
know.
too, Dion.
Trying
Is
to
this
think.
still to be determined?
No, I'll pull up the schedule because I honestly don't remember who's.
I don't remember seeing all the commercials for. He fell down. That's so great. And my brother-in-law was like, "See, take the point." He's like, "See, go for it. I'm gonna take the points, guy." And I was like, "Shut up." He fell down.
It is Los Angeles versus San Francisco.
Oh, not a worthwhile game to watch.
Well,
tonight.
yeah, Rams should win that.
They should.
I'm just anti-California, Dion. You know, from trauma.
That's because you're from the Midwest and you're a man.
That state
They're
left a horrible taste in your mouth.
It's
That's not what
entirely.
taste in my mouth, Nick.
God damn it!
Dirty son of a gun. You dirty son of a
I mean, I was going to say it's totally acceptable to be anti-California in every sense of the word, but that kind of pales in comparison.
Not every
to, you know.
sense. There's a
Yeah,
lot
man.
of very sensitive.
Yeah, I'm that guy right now, and I'm not sorry.
Good.
By the way, folks, I've seen
Here we
about
go.
5 messages in the chat about the new Indiana Jones game. Do you want me to stream it? I'm gonna start doing gaming.
No,
for you
100%.
guys.
No, 100% stream it. 100% stream it.
All right,
Do
then
it.
fine. Starting next week, I'll stream Indiana Jones, and if we get a big enough turnout for Indiana Jones, I will purchase the Power Rangers game, and we'll start streaming. I'll play it like this. I can make a daily stream for games if you guys want. So I kind of want to turn on Siphon Filter and tase people till they catch fire, but we'll do that another day.
Oh God.
Actually, humor me for a second. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to test if it actually works over StreamYards. That way I don't have to do a full stream. We're not stopping the show for a minute.
It will. It actually. Well, I mean, like right now, maybe.
No, literally, all I'm going to do is see if it plays and then turn it off. It's not going to get copyright. And I won't go much longer than what you're normally you're going to go. It'll take about 35 seconds to get it set up. See, Nick, I have a lot of tech here, like you.
Yeah, my wires, my connections, and all the other bullshit I have.
Dude, I won't even show my wires and my connections. I got like 6 hard drives, a couple USB hubs, and a Chipotle receipt next to me. I think you know what's weird is I can't watch the game. It won't let me.
I believe the Lions just beat the Packers. Yes, the Lions just beat the Packers.
Oh my God. Yeah, Jeff, I've got my fucking kit with all my screwdrivers and shit in it.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, no. I bought it from Micro Center.
Ooh.
Yeah, no. Fun.
Let's see here, just to test if this works. I don't want to update it right now. I just want to start the file.
Fucking updating bullshit.
Okay, just tell me if this actually works. Let's see. Is that working?
Yeah.
Let me turn it down a little.
Yeah, we're getting exhibition, main menu, select, the whole thing, yeah.
Sorry, folks, you're getting a test out right now on the air. Because if this actually works, I'll stream some games for the hell of it. Ah, the frame rate is dog shit, though. Alright, who's a dead wrestler that I can fight?
Scotty Too Hottie, he's dead.
Is he?
Isn't that Jerry Lawler's kid?
Yes, it is.
Then, yeah, he's dead.
There you go, folks. You're getting a test right now. I'm gonna have to cut out the intros as much as I love The Rock. That's all we can play. You think we'll get a copy strike for the Mean Street Posse?
Probably.
Probably. We get copyright strikes from fucking WWE for everything.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm playing it through the window of StreamYards right now.
Okay, so it's been clarified that Grandmaster Sexay was the King's son, Brian Christopher.
Oh my God, the frame rate is horrible. Okay, it works. That's good enough for me. All right. That's all. I'm not gonna make you guys watch me watch or play a video game. Hell no. I'll play it later. But I just want to see if that's an option, folks. So
that's shitty. That's shitty. I typed in Hooters there, like, you know, what it was about, and I got something like I got something that said coming back, you know, September 2024, Hooters Air, and then I looked at the date of the post, and it's April 1st.
You got
you fuckers. We had dreams. We had dreams.
No,
I could have been somebody.
Nobody wants to go on Hooters Air. I don't want to go on Hooters Air.
It could have been fun. It could have been fun.
Could it? Maybe.
Yeah.
But if it's only flying from Ohio to Florida.
Well, I mean, that's what I read somewhere, but I mean, I could be wrong. It could be a couple of stops here and there, but I don't think it was, you know.
I mean, if they open up some, I don't think we're going to see him again.
Yeah, Dion's like having celebratory sex right now.
Yeah, I feel like he grabbed Hillary and just dragged her off and was like, "We're going to go do this."
I hope his mic is off for his sake.
For my sake too. I don't want to hear that. I heard it
before. Go ahead and turn it off from your end too, just to be 100% sure.
He's muted. He's muted.
We don't need Dion being our version of Shannon Sharp.
So I think we've hit that 3-hour mark, and it's time to put this baby to bed. Is there anything else you guys want to say or talk about before we go?
No, I'm good.
No, there's nothing, man. If you still have leftovers in your in your fridge, throw them the fuck away.
You might want to throw them out. Yeah, it's been a week.
Or send your leftover turkey, pie, and stuffing to info@worldclassbullshitters.com. You can email us your leftovers. We will send
No,
them to Dion.
I got a better idea. Here's what you do. You take all your leftovers, you put them in a blender, and you grind them all up with a little bit of chicken broth or turkey broth, and you fucking smoothie that sumbitch, and you pound it as much as
Oh
possible.
my god!
And if you don't get sick, send us an email, and we'll consider sending you something.
Consider is the key word, folks.
that's
We don't
yes.
guarantee anything.
That's the stipulation. That's the barrier of entry. You have to like down a 8-ounce smoothie of kind of bad food.
Yeah. And if somebody's like, hey, I just drank all this, will you consider sending me something? Like, yeah, I'll consider to send it to you. I've considered it, and it's not going to happen.
Hey, no, hold on. I'll send you something. I will send you my Hugh Grant action figure, okay?
Oh my god, that's funny.
I will
Does it
sign
come with the whore?
Does it come with the whore? Oh my god.
Yes, the one that he screwed over for Elizabeth Hurley. Which
was a
Elizabeth
terrible
Hurley over.
move.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is gorgeous. That dumb motherfucker.
Dude, I'll take the Hugh Grant action figure. I don't know what I'll do with it, but
Fine.
Wait, is that from? Oh no, wait, the Hugh Grant action figure. What is that from?
Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Here.
All right.
I will if you do that, I will consider sending you this Han Solo doll my girlfriend in college bought me. He used to talk, but the battery's dead. So there you go. He's from Hoth Gear. He just kind of lays on his side under my TV because I don't have any space for this giant toy. But you know, it looks like Harrison Ford. Look at it. Look at it. See, it's Harrison Ford. Or we could also send him the Subway gift card.
The Subway gift card.
I feel like that's appropriate.
That's appropriate. Yeah, a Subway.
It's a $50 one.
Oh,
A Subway,
that's a good
a
one.
Subway or a Quiznos gift card would be hilarious to send somebody.
Dude, Quiznos is the shit.
I love Quiznos.
Dude,
I
I
still have
oh,
a
God.
few. There's still a
When
few
I
out
was-
there.
When I was
I went to one
traveling
earlier this year.
God, when I was traveling both days, I tried to find a Quiznos and eat there, but I just find a Firehouse subs.
Oh, that's a honey dick. When you want Quiznos, but you get Firehouse subs.
There's one Quiznos in the vicinity, I believe, of Interstate 40 in Oklahoma. That next time I drive, which will now be a 22, 23-hour drive as opposed to a 16-and-a-half-hour drive to Camp Kendo, I am going to consider going to that Quiznos if it's still open.
Yeah.
Do it. You know, real quick, since Clone Geek in the chat's talking about pardoning, nobody got my joke the other day. When they talked about the presidential pardon, I put a Grey Poupon thing and just said, pardon me, and no one got it. I thought
nobody got that.
everyone was going to get this
Nobody
one.
got that? Dude, that's
I got
that's,
the joke.
that's dumb. That's dumb. Well, see, like, nobody may have... Everybody's seen that commercial as a kid, right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
knew what the
Wayne's
joke.
World.
Pardon me, sir.
I got the joke. I knew what he was saying with the pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon? I just didn't comment because I'm like, yeah, I'm
Well,
on the
of
show.
course,
I
yeah.
probably shouldn't engage in Jeff's attempt at community engagement.
I just wanted to watch Wayne's World, okay? I didn't have access to my 4K disc at the time.
Jeez.
Now I do. Anyway, folks, we are going to get out of here. I will be back with an Ollie's video. I went on a road trip for Ollie's this time, guys. Let's see. Last Monday, I went 200 and so miles up north. I hit every Ollie's from Dublin, Ohio, all the way to Cincinnati. So you can check that out. There's a new lap record in terms of unsellable toys. So join us on Saturday for that. Then there will be a My Life in Toys and a lot of content. And since you guys wanted it, Nick, do me a favor. Send me a copy of Spider-Man 2, please, so I can make the retrospective that I promised the audience.
I will do that.
Because, folks, it's the 20th anniversary, and I want to give you guys something in the 20th anniversary window. And then next year, we'll put it like this. You guys dictate whatever we put out based on what you watch. So if you guys watch the Spider-Man retrospective and it goes viral, well, I will give you a lot of 20th anniversary specials next year, as well as other superhero content. So, folks, thank you for watching. Be on the lookout for Wokebusters. It's at the printer. I'll make sure everybody gets notifications, and then it'll be shipped out to you directly, all campaigns. And next year, we'll have Stealing Solo 2. That book is almost completely written, and I mean final script, which is great. And for me, I'm happy. And the book is deep into production. And like I show all the time, because I can't find it right the fuck now, I'm mapping it out, too. So be on the lookout for that, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you like the first book, and thousands of you like it, thank you for believing in the book. You're going to love the second one, because the second one is a guy who's equally funny, but well more versed in art and comic books. So I've spent years, I study it every day. But until then, folks, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.